The
Monkeys act after
forest.
he does, don't they?
So what? Say what?
His monkeys, they act after he does, right?
Uh, they act. Yeah, I'll make it easier.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't have to worry about their initiative.
These. All right, we're back to the game. Actually, I should keep card in like that. Well, it has been a while. We've made our characters. We're not being held up by prompting and Chinese New Year's.
Prompting giant demon butt cheeks right now.
I am sure you are.
I played Ender Magnolia and Ender Lilies, and it was fun.
Why does it sound familiar?
Because Ender Lilies is the one where you're a little girl and you're summoning like stuff to attack stuff in a Metroidvania.
And then Ender Magnolia is a direct sequel.
I feel like those are supposed to be
Metroidvania.
a playlist of mine, but I don't think I've ever gotten to it. I've been playing Beyond Citadel, and we conquered Calamity. Good lord, was that something else? Underwhelming.
Did you you did all the bosses?
Yeah, we did all of them.
Oh wait, you played multiplayer?
I played with Kaiman and Harmu.
Yeah, we did everything on Calamity.
What, you fucking pussies didn't play Infernum? Holy shit, you're bitches.
What do you mean Inferno? What the fuck is Inferno?
It's the Inferno mod for Calamity. It's even harder.
No, what the fuck that is. This is
even-
the first
it's
time I
even-
played Calamity.
It's even harder.
It's bad enough when things that move too fast end up skipping around the screen. I don't know if I want to play that.
See, so Hype was doing a playthrough of Calamity. I was like, you know what? I'll do a playthrough of Calamity. So me and friend ended up doing Infernum.
And most of my gameplay was me standing off and shooting at things off the screen.
Oh, you were playing the worst class in it too. Oof.
I was.
Poppy had like this
half and
hybrid
half.
class.
I summoned all the anime girls.
Dude, what the fuck is this, man?
It's three monkeys. It's Monkey, Donkey, and Harambe.
No, the fucking Infernum. I'm just looking at this shit like Lord.
Hell yeah, brother.
The vanilla boss is not fun. Not fun in Calamity. The actual Calamity boss is pretty good.
What was your favorite?
Providence. Yeah. Providence, and then the final worm.
Devourer of Gods, yeah. Devourer of Gods was probably... Yaren was fun, but
Devourer of
he
Gods
was way easier than expected.
Yeah, Yaren was really easy. That was Calamitous. Alright.
Did you do Drayden?
The boss rush?
Yeah. No, we did Drayden. We blew up all of his... Yeah, we blew up all of his mechs, like, instantly.
Did everything, including the boss rush, and the boss rush kind of bugged out at the end.
Let me check how much... Okay, while we're doing this, I'm just going to tell you how much defense my character in Terraria had with all the shit.
I had 100, I think, at most.
I was up to like 300 something.
Alright. Last time we played, I'll put on the Mogu. Last time we played, you guys were great heroes of the Fire Lord. Realistically, you're villains of the Kiden. You guys conquered
Based
Medjir, and then you moved on to Indar, and you took from them their chakram that allowed the waters to flow throughout Indar. You gave it to Dokami, and he said, "Ha, let's let them suffer for a while." Then after that, you moved on to Karuden, which ended up being the most difficult fight you guys had.
Fucking tiger.
As spirit beasts were called to defend the shrine of what's his name, Dobongo. Yeah, the Rajang that lives in that hills there.
Now, is it Super Saiyan or is it just regular Rajang?
He can go Super Saiyan.
Good.
Yep. So you guys, one of you proved your willingness to obey what the shrine guardian said. Took the bracelet of Dobongo, and you guys left with Dobongo's blessing. Now, I would say 70 to 80-ish years later, still far back in the annals of time as far as the rest of the world is concerned, I would say this is probably around year minus 175. So 175 years before the beginning of the Era of Peace. The War of Man is yet to start. And the War of the Sentinel is yet to start. The Era of Chaos is still running at the last ends of itself. There are still, however, plenty of elves. And currently, in Kiden, I would say, how old are your characters?
Yes.
My dude?
Yeah.
Mid-20s.
Mid-20s?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
Early 20s.
Early 20s, Hiyori?
He is
How old is Hiyori?
37 years old.
What the fuck?
No, I'm just kidding. He's going to be like 20, 27.
Alright, yeah. So, when you guys are around, anywhere between 5 and 6, there was a massive sort of... There was a quelling of an uprising. The elves had banded together underneath the banner of a man known as Ta'ilt, and he led them out of Kiden and to the deserts of the Black Sands, and then further north towards the Rose. Or, I think at this time it's just called Aldea. So, you guys have probably seen, or at least have been, maybe not seen, but heard of at least, the sort of propaganda campaigns against elves and how they're evil, they're upstarts, they also need to be put into place. And you've seen that as children, and as you've grown up, you know now that any elves that remain in Kiden, they're very special. They're sort of... what's the word? Not revered, but... important? Kind of like important household things.
I'm going to say it. They're a house.
House knife here.
House.
Oh, no. I
But,
was wondering.
There's a level of mysticism to them as well. You know that every Temple of Seals has one or two of these elves, and they're known as the Chibotsu. If you come from a noble family, you might have one in your household as well. One that sort of serves the main family branch, and the family branches directly beneath them. But
I should have reprised fucking Raph for this.
But what's really important is now the three of you in the second era of our intermission campaign are now members of what we call the Order of the Storm. And I should probably have the page open.
Should I start feeling motivated now?
Yes.
We need more power first.
Still,
Are we approaching?
As
Are
a
you the
storm,
storm?
yes.
Everyone will play a game with big swords and start singing "They Are the Storm That Is Approaching." Me, I scream at the top of my lungs, "Wills of Nature."
For me, it's the only thing I know for real.
I mean, I'm on the Rules of Nature train too.
Whenever I play, what's her name, Miyabi in ZZZ, I shout "Rules of Nature" when I hold down the button to do her big old katana attacks. All right, Era 2. The second era is the era of the Stormbringer. Long has the Shogun been sealed away by the combined might of the 4 earthly warriors and the champion of the great spirit Naitan, Tuya Tarkan of the Northern Storm. It is a turbulent time as those who support the Shogun hide in plain sight, continually looking for any opportunity to further their cause to release the great Shogun from his prison in Nobimura. For this era, you are playing a member of the Order of the Storm, a group of warriors dedicated to the continued efforts to keep the Shogun and his warlords sealed away. The Speaker of the Storm has tasked your group to hunt down a rogue Shibotsu elf who has stolen an imperial seal from the monastery in Motoben. So, one of you has already told me your alignment, and the 2 choices are Order of the Storm. Do you oppose the Return, and do you oppose the remnants of the Shogun? And the other option is choosing the side of the Great Elemental Warlords. Please DM me on Discord what those are.
Choosing the side then is basically like saying Era 1 characters were doing good, and the other choice is Era 1, what the fuck?
Wait, what do you mean?
So,
we were working for the Fire Lord in the first one.
Yeah.
We were working for the Elemental Warlords. In Era 2, we're against the Elemental Warlords. Or you can choose...
secretly, you're on their side. So, DM me whether or not you're true in your support of the Elemental Warlord, or true in your support of the Order of the Storm, or whether you're true to the support of the Elemental Warlords. DM those to me. I need that from both Ed and Hiyori. Okay, I got Ed's answer.
Poor Ed. He's going to betray us all. And then in great shame, he's going to flee north to Aldea and go to Rosenwasser and establish a new family called Passos.
What is your...
Ed will leave his son, little Jimmy, to rock.
Jimmy.
Let's see.
He may be small, he may be frail, but he has a lot of fight in him, mister.
And Nick's was... Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Lexus vehicles don't have good names.
I don't know any Lexus vehicles. I only know the brand.
Literally just 2 letters.
Alright. I have all your alignments. I know where you guys stand. That won't play a role in anything as the game is played. You will still be playing the game normally as if you're still playing as an Order of the Storm. It's just sort of background things for me. So,
damn, so there's no end of Era 2 all-out brawl against the others?
No, it's more of a vignette. It's more of a, I'll tell you what happens during Era 3. Because it will be sort of like a narration as to the great shame brought to your family. Alright. So, the 3 of you are rallied forth by the current leader of the Order of the Storm, grandson of Tuya Tarkan, Batyar Tarkan. You, with a group of other men, also men and women, also members of the Order of the Storm, from various locations of Kiden. The call is sudden. It's not normal for this to happen. You usually understand that when you're called to action like this, there is something of great importance that needs to be addressed. The last time that a call was made like this, you probably weren't a member yet, but maybe someone in your family was, and you know that they had to leave on a great mission to fight against the Shogun's agents. The last time that this happened, there was a handful of Eyes of the Emperors who were Eyes of the Emperor monks who are well known as like the secret shadowy assassins of the Shogun, and they're like his most staunch supporters. Although that sort of discipline, that monastic discipline, has also been appropriated for use by Kideni people. Not so much the Order of the Storm, but every once in a while someone is capable of using that power. You're brought forth to this meeting, and Batyar stands atop his platform, and he looks down upon you. He tells you, "My brothers and sisters, the Emperor has attacked us once more. This time, he steals off with multiple pieces of the Imperial Seal." At that moment, you hear this and you know that this is no small and unordinary feat. This is something of great importance. The Imperial Seals themselves are a small piece to a greater part that is capable of sealing away the Fire Lord himself. And it is well known that it is also the key to unsealing the Fire Lord. He points to the three of you. The three of you must go to Majir. There, one of the Imperial Seals have been stolen from their monastery. You must find it. It is of great importance. And he points to another group of people, tells them that they're going to be going to Tokiden, points to another group of people, tells them that they're going to Chilubzo, and he points to another group of people, tells them they're going to Leichun. So, at least 4 seals have been messed with or attempted to be stolen. But he knows for a fact that the seal and measure has disappeared, and one of the Chibotsu elf who works at that shrine has disappeared as well. Let's see. So, the three of you begin to prepare for your journey. Why don't you guys describe yourselves, describe your characters to each other, starting with Ed.
Ed is a very large man, bigger than his dad. Wields 2 one-handed hammers. Wears green lacquered plate. Has a nice red cape.
All right. And Hiyori. Why don't you describe yourself to your 2 allies here?
Well, Hiyori is average at 5'9". They are male. Very pale skin. The only thing that he got from his family line is the bright yellow eyes. He also has 3 monkeys.
Can you introduce your monkeys?
Yes, there is Monkey, then Donkey, and Harambe.
Now, do they look the same? Are they related monkeys?
Yes, they are related.
Does Hiri make it known that he's a dude, or does he just like run the trap card?
He knows. He tells everyone.
Be like, hey, I'm Hiyori. I'm a guy.
So you got a Finister thing going on.
And then he laughs in a very boastful manner. Goes, he has such an ugly ass laugh. Goofa.
All right.
How the fuck is a laugh like that even possible?
Nyx.
Those damn dirty hate.
What do you? Why don't you describe yourself to your allies here?
So, it's hard to believe it, but the ninja is wearing ninja garb with a headband with the Toyota symbol on it, with their hair up in a nice little stereotypical anime style spiky top knot.
Okay. And even though you carry the Lexus name, you still carry the Toyota symbol upon you.
It's unfortunate. It's a problem being the Branch families. Even though you might not want to be with them, you're still technically their fucking bitch.
Oh my god.
Okay.
But I mean, it's better than the alternative of being the fucking incestuous freaks that the Toyotas became.
All right. You three, all of you descendant of some of the greatest warriors of the land, all of who've served the Fire Lord at one point in time, are now here as part of the Order of the Storm and are being sent off to seek out one of the most valuable artifacts in the land, one that keeps the greatest tyrant that this peninsula has ever known in his cage. You have been told that you will be going to Medjir. It's not the grandest of the monasteries. When it was sacked about 100-ish years ago, they never really rebuilt it fully. But it is still home to one of the ever so important imperial seals. You know that the believed thief is a Chibotsu elf. And though you probably have one in your family that, is your most important and valuable servant, who knows all your family secrets and tries to keep them secret, and also to deal in things that are a little less than honorable that Kideni should not sully their hands with. They are generally someone that you can rely upon, especially if they are yours. The elves.
Sounds like a eunuch.
It very much is the case. Maybe not
Scheming eunuchs.
all the time, but it is pretty much the case. It is like the classic sort of Chinese era eunuch.
Is our emperor a child?
At this point in time, I don't think so.
Oh, thank God. We're not going to have to deal with the Three Kingdoms.
I think that era already passed, but I don't think there was a child emperor when it happened.
There was.
Well, not in this world.
Oh. I thought you meant in real life.
No, I know that one. I know that one was a child emperor who was puppeteered by a bunch of eunuchs.
Let's see, what happened to Gambadar, but we already know what happened to Gambadar.
Ganbatar was slain by one of the Salhani family men. Maybe about 70 years ago.
Did we burn down Indar? Did they starve to death because we didn't give them back their thingy?
Once the Naitan rose to power, they were able to get the chakram back from Dokami and return it to Indar. And though Indar suffered greatly for 30-ish years, they have become the staunchest supporters of the Order of the Storm and are one of the greatest allies in protecting Kiden.
We're taking a detour. We have to go burn that place down.
Okay,
sunburn. Two sunbursts wasn't enough.
To be fair, in terms of their position, they just serve as the fodder for protecting the rest of us.
This man's very angry about H1Bs.
They are
Did I tell
necessary
you that I
sacrifice.
got the fucking so many applications now are like you need a master's for like entry level, and it's like get real, man. I know what you're doing.
Yeah,
They're like it's like you need sponsorship, and then like, but also you need a master's. But do you need sponsorship? But you need a master's.
it is that's been in existence for a while in other fields, especially in government jobs. They would put things behind like hey, we need a janitor, have a master's degree, because they're just holding it for another person.
It's so fucked up.
All right. You guys gather whatever you need, and you head off to Mejir. You don't know exactly what has happened. There will be monks there whom you can speak to. And click my testing code just to check. Or actually, hold on. I want to double check your guys' tokens.
Now, what noises do Monkey, Donkey, and Harembe make? Do they make different noises? How do we know which monkey is the monkey speaking?
They don't speak. They grunt.
Yeah, but I mean, is it like one goes ook, one goes ook ook, and the other goes, I'm Harambe?
I am Harambe.
But how do we tell the difference? What's the identifier? Do they have ties? One goes MK, DK, H.
They actually have a hat. Monkey
They're just
wears
wearing fucking baseball caps.
Monkey wears one of those rice field hats.
Do any of them have a particular style or grace?
Yes. So Harambe does not have any style, and he
He
has
has
a
no grace.
base.
I guess you could say Harambe is a fucking disgrace.
Yeah.
You don't you dare put that evil on Harambe.
Donkey has the lanky arms.
Oh, so he has no style or grace, but instead of being a fucking disgrace, he just has a funny face.
Yeah, he has the funny face. Monkey is the one with the hat.
If I had known, I would have got the DK rap ready to play in Foundry. But
There's a version of it where they quite literally go, this monkey has no style, this monkey has no grace, this monkey's a fucking disgrace.
Can't say that about fucking Lanky Kong, man. Or Harambe.
alright, you guys make it to Mejir as you travel through the great Hulao gates. Once a great battle fought here. Some may say many men had lost their head in the heat of it. And
There you go,
one
Hyde.
man made a terrible decision to try and stick around to fight a particular person. You travel up the Great Mountain, and instead of going towards the peak, you take a turn somewhere along a fork of the road, and it travels through a bunch of hills. And eventually you come to the monastery that has been rebuilt within the last 50 or so years. And we'll activate the map. Let me know when you're all in.
I am still loading.
I definitely recommend at some point you listen to that song.
So
Pretty sure
while
I've
we
heard it
wait and we travel to Mejir, Yori starts talking about how long their hair is and how great of a stylist each and every monkey is.
Your monkeys are stylists?
Yes, they cut my hair every day. They and then he spins around. He's like, "Yeah, this doesn't take care of itself."
Every day?
Yes,
How fast does your hair grow?
Very fast. You can't keep straight edges like this. Like, you know how heme cuts are, right? You always gotta get cut. So, Yori has taught all these monkeys all these very, very, very particular things.
So do they fight, or are they just there to cut your hair?
Oh, they fight. I kind of show them off, and they start doing pillarman poses.
So they're
I also do
fighting
poses along with them.
hairstyles?
Yes. So I also pose along with them.
You know, Ed, I don't know if your great, however fucking old Din was. I'm not sure if, you knew it, but, the Dadsons are fucking weird, if you didn't know.
Coming from a Toyota.
Don't put that fucking evil on me. I'm not a fucking Toyota.
Close enough, right?
No.
Have you guys loaded yet? Are you loading?
Nope.
I am still loading.
Huh.
We are still waiting.
This is not a
Oh,
big.
there we are.
Maybe it is a big map.
The founder of my family was Forerunner's sister. Honestly, probably the smartest move anyone in that family's done in a few generations. Outside of the ones that killed themselves to get out of being Toyotas. And that was also a good move.
Why is Ops always choking now?
Oh, we just loaded. And Din, although he kind of thought the chakram was the greatest weapon to rock, there's a bit of a problem. You should probably teach people how to use a chakram before telling them to go fight with it.
What?
Yeah, so Forerunner thought the chakram was so great and everyone in the family should use it. So, he taught a few of his kids how to use it. Except he never taught them how to catch it.
I was told the chakram was passed on to the Fire Lord.
Different chakram.
I also have a family heirloom. I fucking just slam it on the ground. Monkeys assemble! They all have packets of ammo on them.
So your monkeys are fighting hairstylists, ammo grunts?
Yes. They start hollering. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ooh.
I'm really glad the Lexus line doesn't really ever interact with your family.
I don't even know who you are.
It's better that way.
I forgot about that being a family heirloom. You guys make it across a long rope bridge and eventually find yourself at the plateau that holds the Major Monastery. There are the great walls here. Not too tall, maybe about like 10 feet. They're mostly decorative. And
So,
a large
do we
wooden
just
gate.
knock?
Do you knock?
Yes, I know.
When Yori goes to knock, he's just Nyx is just gonna open it. Just fucking cucking the knock.
This kobold does not exist. You knock,
I
and
missed it.
you'll see two men who stand here. They should be facing each other. You see two men stand here. They give you guys a look, and then they bow their heads. This one steps forward. And, to whom am I speaking to? What is your business here?
I, of the Dachshund family, am here to do an investigation. Nix, what the? What do we tell them?
You're the one
Investigation.
from the esteemed family line here. You do the talking.
Yes, he already holds himself up now. He puts his hands on his waist. He goes, I have gotten word of something being taken. We are here to investigate.
I will lean down over and whisper in Hiyori's ear.
Did it ever occur to you that maybe they're not aware that it was stolen? Or maybe that these people helped steal it?
Oh no, they need to be aware.
I see.
I am absolutely being loud this time. They they can hear me say they need to be aware.
Carry on.
I was
It
not
is-
aware that there was a spread of the incident here at the monastery, but you need not bother yourself. We are conducting an investigation on our own.
I don't think so. I don't think your investigation is going to go anywhere or has gotten any results. We wouldn't have been sent here if you had gotten anything done. If you had the seal. Your
Okay,
investigation is now our investigation.
Oh, hold on. I am very sorry about my compatriot right here, but we come here as reinforcements. We just in
If
case you guys needed help.
you upstart outsiders do not understand our ways, I understand that you, and he'll look at you guys, I'll look you guys up and down, are members of the order, but we do things differently. What happens inside the monastery must be handled by the monastery. Though I cannot bar you from entering the walls, I must ask you, you cannot enter
Okay.
the monastery
Nix will
itself.
just walk past when he says that.
You stay out here. Stay outside, and there will be no problem. He'll glance at you, Nix, he'll give you an ugly glance. He'll also do the same for you, Ed. And keep those beasts outside the walls. We have enough apes slinging shit around here.
Okay, well, I'll keep them outside the walls then. Are there any trees or something that I can?
Not on the map,
Yeah.
but yeah, there's plenty of vegetation around. This is a monastery built in the middle of the wilderness.
Okay.
I will ask the guard as I pass him. So, am I to understand that if the Fire Lord returns, you and the monastery will take sole responsibility for this?
Fire
That if
Lord
that
will not
seal-
return because of us. But we do understand that the Imperial Seal was indeed stolen. However, there are greater issues at hand. It is not the matter of it disappearing, it is the matter of how it disappeared that bothers us.
How might that be?
Where's my dice? This is not something that I should be speaking of. As it is, I should not be speaking to you of it as well. I know your people and your kind are quick to rationalize acting in violence and short-tempered outbursts, but there is sensitive matters at hand. You are free to
Ed.
mosey about the outer limits of our monastery, but please do not enter. Please do not harass
Why?
anyone else out here. Because we are in lockdown. Nobody enters, nobody leaves.
Ed will draw himself up to his full height and look down at the man. I think it would be best in your best interest, the monastery and our entire people's interest, if you tell us what you know and cooperate. I don't care for your internal politics or what you're doing here or your monastery. All I care about is that emblem.
I care about the monastery.
Do we have a problem here? As another set of guards walk up, their spears at their sides.
Before that happens, I want to use my talismans on my monkey.
Sure. What your talisman's doing? What you doing with it?
So I'm gonna put 3 talismans on each of my monkey. I am gonna put in the thing what they do. So because I have spirit animal, I can have my my monkeys have talismans equipped to them, and they can also use.
All right. Which talismans
All
are
the
being
monkeys are
equipped?
magic.
Which monkeys got which talismans, and what are the talismans doing?
Okay, so each monkey gets 3 talismans.
Okay.
One of them, they get 1 talisman, is they ignore difficult terrain.
Okay.
If you are traveling alone, you move stealthily at normal pace.
Okay.
And the 3rd talisman is a talisman that lets me see through their eyes in a 1-mile radius.
All right. Spy monkey.
Spy monkey. So I tell them, go ahead, go north, east, and west. And I'm gonna have my monkeys, split up.
Hiyori speaks monkey.
If you want to move just yourself, click off a token and then back onto you.
It won't let me.
Select.
Click and drag off you, and then you can do it.
What do you mean, click and drag off?
So click a tile that isn't you. Click and drag, and there will be like a little square. Do
Oh,
you see it? And then you can click and start moving.
Harambe will go west. Donkey is going east, and then Monkey will go with Donkey, and then eventually split north. Are you having them go around in specific manners, or what are you gonna do with them once they get off screen?
yeah, they're gonna have to stealthily sneak into the monastery by on their thing.
Sneak. Giant fucking gorilla.
Yes, they can actually.
They're
So
multi-tools.
they got the multiple tools to let them sneak by normally, like at normal pace of their monkey strides.
They're not full-on gorillas; they're just big apes.
They also ignore difficult terrain, so they do their gorilla shit.
They do them gorilla shit.
Those
Now-
monkeys do in fact have style and grace.
As you
Yep, and I go back and I will tell the guards that I have told my beasts to wait at a different area. I've tied them down to a tree somewhere.
Oh, good. I won't be a problem, but you have one more beast here that seems to act as if he has authority here in the monastery.
Oh, sorry, I don't speak monkey. And I look at Torak.
Now, just so you guys know, this isn't your first mission or job, or this isn't your first anything with the Order of the Storm. You've been on missions before. You've heeded the call. You've done small things. You've done important things. You haven't done very important things, but you do know that the Order of the Storm is okay with violence being enacted as long as it's being enacted enacted in the name of the mission, and it's done so with a certain amount of, what's the word? Prudence? But these 4 guards here, they're not having your tough guy act.
Well, I'm gonna kind of go push past Ed here and go apologize to this monastery monk.
As I said before, we are handling our investigation of what is going on. There are people out there searching for where the seal may have gone, and you are not allowed inside the walls of the monastery. You may be out here. There is a reflecting pool out back. Should be food being served soon. If you wish, we can bring it out to you. But I ask that you do not go inside.
Why?
Okay, I'm gonna go to the reflecting pool.
Why?
If it's
As
taking
my-
you this long to find a kibotsu that's fled with the seal, then you must not be good at investigating.
Those are the orders
Or-
of the monastery. Those are the orders of the Master of Seals of Magia. If you do not like it, you may leave.
Why don't you go and bring the Master of Seals here? And we'll have a look around the monastery.
That is not possible.
Yeah. Can you bring me over to that reflecting pool? I might as well just relax somewhere then.
One of the guys, this guy here, you wish to see the pool, I may take you there myself. And doing so will pull you off the map, just because there's no actual
let's
pool on the
go.
map.
Okay, let's go.
Let's just pretend you're off the map over here. Pretty sure. Pretty sure, yeah. So you're taken around to the back of the monastery. There's a few people out there. Most of them are monks. Nix, Ed, you're still here with these 3?
So tell us, what has your investigation found so far?
Let me look and see if he was even willing to speak about this. We have found little. The man who died in the attack was killed with a particular weapon, which is why we wish to keep this under wraps.
What weapon?
I cannot tell you. It is by order of the Master of Seals of Magia. I do not speak of this. At least do not speak too many details, especially to your kind.
Why would the weapon be unable to be told by the master?
It is a matter of politics. The Order does not understand such things.
The Order understands that there's one goal, one job you had that you were somehow incapable of doing.
To be fair, Darok, I don't think anyone would expect to keep Botsu to... What would the word be that your founder would use? A spindly fucking twat. Is that correct?
Now turn to NX. That's exactly why it would be a kibotsu. Because they're spindly little creatures.
Don't you have a kibotsu?
Yes. That's irrelevant. We keep a watchful eye of ours. Unlike the monastery, apparently.
Look, if were they killed in an attack, or does it look like it was an assassination? At least provide us that info.
I can say that the man died at the altar in the main room, the chamber of meditation. It was.
So he was assassinated.
He was not the target. At least I don't assume he was a target. He was just a man as the rest of us are. Monks of the monastery. What's more pressing is the fact that the Imperial Seal is gone. And the Master of Seals is out there following what he can. Which is why this place is on lockdown until he returns. When that is, I do not know.
If we're dealing with an attack like that, unfortunately, your order would be a bit unsuited, I would say, to determining the means of death. Sadly, mine is a bit more in touch with the more gruesome, grim means of killing.
We know the means of death. His insides are now outside.
Literal or figurative?
Literal. What was once
Like-
viscera are now eviscerated.
So, like, we're talking he went inside out, outside in?
His guts were spilled upon the floor.
And you're making a big deal out of this?
He gives you a glare. As I said before, your people of the Order, do not understand such fineries of relationships or politics or pride. As I ask you, do not bother me any further.
You think if you'd have pride, you would have not let your Kibotsu get away with it. I guess your pride must not be that great.
Get out!
I mean, you can barely
out of
handle an
here.
investigation.
Go on, leave. He calls to these two. You are no longer welcome here. Neither of you. The other monkey man? Fetch them as well.
I hate to break it to you, but
Pause
you
real
might
quick.
want more people if you're going to try to stop us yourselves.
Pause really quick. Iori, you
Yeah.
are now all the way in the back of the monastery. There is a actually, what does it look like if I put a token on this side of the shadow wall here? Can I just draw on it? No, everything disappears. Okay. I'll just draw a little thing here. Fuck it. So, here's the monastery. And then the wall is not that big around it. And then there's like a nice little garden that goes along the wall here. There's a reflecting pool, a place to sit and to meditate. And there is no opening to the monastery out back here. But, if I remember correctly, I'll just go scroll past. Actually, no, there is. There is an opening, like a gate to the monastery here. But there are 3 guys. There are 3 guys. One of them is a gardener, and 2 of them are guards who are guarding that back door directly.
So is this an open monastery or is it like a castle kind of?
It's not like a castle. Well,
Is
I guess
there a
it's-
high wall?
the high wall is the one that you guys already walked into. This is more like a castle. like a keep. It's a monastery because its whole purpose is monk stuff. So like, you look at this wall where your token is, and that's just straight up to the roof, and it has that like pagoda roof. It's not that big. It's the wall itself is about 15 feet. The roof goes another 10 feet high. It's kind of like someone started building a large pagoda and just stopped at first floor.
Okay. So I am currently at this reflecting pool, right?
Yes. And I guess, you know what? I can drag you to the actual back. There is a little bit of space. I just didn't build out the full thing because you saw how all the other maps like to load really slowly. So you're around here, maybe like 10 squares north, and then you can see the back door right here. There are two men who, I guess I could just copy and paste this dude. Oh, that's right. There is a smaller section. Let me drag that drawing up there for you. There is a sort of a smaller keep, barracks, really. A little bit north of where you are. Who the hell is doing that?
Oh, that sounds global.
It shouldn't be. But yeah, I can hear it. Sounds are meant to have a range. So, if you look at the little drawing that I've made, and I will drag this a little bit down. There is
God, our DM's going fucking schizo. He's hearing things.
There is another gate. There's another gate right here that leads to a larger stone building. And then there are two guys guarding that gate. And they look more suited for combat, let's say. The monks that you've seen so far, they have the hood and the robes. That sort of like Shaolin orange robe stuff. The monks guarding that other gate, they got that more leather armor and serape waistbands, and you know, it looks like they're ready for some kung fu treachery kind of thing.
Got it. I'm at the pool now, right? I'm gonna be sitting down here.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go check on the views of my monkeys.
Okay. Monkey are fast. Move them a bit. Don't think it. What is that? Oh yeah. The monkey is sitting in a tree, peering down at the side of the walls here. You know, see some people, see some guys tending to the rose bushes that line the outer wall. What's his name? Donkey? Donkey is north. He sees you, and he is sitting at a tree beside the large stone building behind the monastery. And Harambe, he doesn't see much. There's no people on the side of the wall that you just walked out from. There is a damaged part of the roof where he's at. I feel like you might be able to pry it open and sneak in through the roof, but you don't know what's on the inside.
So can I communicate with my monkeys?
I don't think that's part of it anything. I'm not sure.
'Cause I can see with their eyes and stuff, but then like
Do rangers have any long range communication spells?
I don't know.
Nix, would you know that?
They don't. It's more he like tells them what to do and they'll listen to the best of their knowledge.
Okay. But I have a full view of the whole place when I use the talisman to see through their eyes.
Yeah. You pretty much got the north, south. You got the north, east, and west all within your surveillance.
Nice.
Donkey will eventually crawl up top of that stone building in the back here, and he gives you a perfect view. You can see yourself. You can see the two guards. You can see that there is a gap on the roof. As he gets higher, there is sort of a... So let's look back at this drawing here. So you got the outer wall here, right? And then you got the inner wall here that you're looking at. But there's another roof here. And as he gets higher, you can see that there's a large sort of courtyard in the middle.
Okay. I turned to the guard that brought me here. Thank you very much for bringing me here. It's a very reflective pool. What about that food that was supposed to be brought out?
Ah, yes. If you wait right here, I will be right back. Just a minute.
I
And,
give them a thumbs up and a big bright smile.
he smiles back and he bows his head. He'll come over here. He'll talk to this guy for a bit. The guy will look over there at you. They nod at each
I
other.
wave at them.
He comes in, he knocks on this door and pushes it open. Come on, go through. What the frick? I force him through. And he will go and get food. You're here. You don't have a guard standing right next to you, but there are a few nearby. And while you think about what's going on, Din, Nix,
What up, homie?
what are you doing? As I'm pretty sure you kind of just gave a veiled threat to these guys.
I mean, they said they were going to remove us, and all Nick said is, you don't really have the numbers for it. Unfortunately.
They ready their spears at you.
Go
We'll
back
ask
a
you
few
to go
hundred years and the
peacefully.
monastery guardians might have been a bit more respected. Unfortunately, now they're a bit of a joke.
We'll leave you with violence. And one of them will push you with the shaft of his spear outwards towards the door.
Aw, is the little guardian challenging me to a duel?
And now he hits you with the spear. Or with the shaft of the spear. He says, go! Now, what's your AC? Are you resisting the attack?
23.
Oh, beats. He hits you with the blunt side of the spear, telling you to leave. And he gives you a little thwap for only 3 points of damage because he's doing it non-lethally.
Ed, remember the one time we were at that place a year or two ago on the one mission?
It's been a couple.
The one where we did the thing when they did the thing. You remember?
I think so. I think I know which one you're talking about.
They start to shove you forcefully.
Do you wanna go first this time? And Nix is just walking to the gate while talking to Ed.
Ed will shrug.
You can go first this time. I know you want to.
Are you doing something?
Hang on. Let me fucking make sure I have everything straight. All right, I'm gonna attack this guy.
All right.
I'm just gonna smash his retarded monastery monk head in.
All right. Roll to hit, and actually, roll for initiative.
No. It's Agimod, right?
Magic Cat
Dex-
by Wiz.
Yes. They rolled pretty high.
Holy shit, that's low. 3, baby, with a +5.
Ack. It wouldn't be a surprise attack?
No, they're already ready for you guys. I mean, they had their spears at the ready. They're pushing you guys out with their weapons. A surprise
Wait, how
attack
do you roll for
generally
initiative here?
means that they're not aware of any violence is going to happen at all.
I should have started the violence immediately. It's over.
So, what were your rolls so I can edit them myself?
I rolled an 8. He rolled a 12.
It's not the greatest. So Ed, you step forward and you
I have a +5. Mine's terrible.
Well, look at the bright side, at least it's not an attack roll, right? At least you're not trying to jump over some rose bushes, right?
You bitch.
Ed, you step forward, you attack the guy. And where is low stakes battle sounds? Okay. You step forward to attack. They all see you coming. He doesn't react immediately, but these two guys do. Oh, yeah. They thrust their spears at you. What is your AC? Does a 17 and a 20 hit?
No, AC's 21.
Right. One man's spear glances off you, and the other one you parry at the nick of time. Where is who's next? What the fuck? There we go. The other one will roll a 15 and a 13. I'm also missing. And the guy, what the frick? There we go. The guy that you attacked, or you are in the process of attacking, rather, He will hit one time as he stabs you for 6 points of damage.
Ack.
And then he tries to follow up with a unarmed attack and he misses. Now it's your turn.
I'm going to smash this man into pulp. And fucking turn him into hamburger. One-headed hammer is a d6 to hit.
Yeah, d6 to damage.
Wait, what are I roll to hit then? It's
D20.
strength mod, right? D20 plus 5?
D20
It's gonna be a
plus
lot
your
harder than
BAB
plus
plus
5.
your strength mod. Plus whatever you have from specialization.
I wrote this down. Where is it?
Okay, as what is your strength mod?
It's 5.
Okay.
I'm
Let's
a grandmaster, so it's like plus 3.
it's just gonna be master. It should be plus 15. It should be the same as me.
Yeah, you a fighter now, boy.
Holy fuck, plus 15.
Welcome to the Water Marshal.
Actually, is it higher? I think it's plus 3 plus 2.
Poppy Quest
Might
Marshal.
be 16.
Yeah, you hit this guy. Is this a
Yeah, plus
critical?
15.
This is not a critical roll. Mm, no, it's not a critical roll. You hit him.
And you're gonna have plus 8 to damage.
It's actually quite a bit more. It's plus 10, plus 4, and then plus the die, which would be 6, or 4 again.
The dice is 6.
It's a 6?
I believe so.
Oh yeah, it is 6.
Ooh, where did that 10 come from? Is that your strength?
It's on the sheet. It's on the sheet. It's 2, yeah, it's 2 times strength. It's 2 times strength mod for I forget why it's 2 times strength mod.
Oh yeah, I remember. Because you're
Mortal strikes.
warrior. You're a fighter barbarian. Yeah, you're the big guy. You raise your hammer.
You.
You raise your hammer. You narrowly. 4 spear strikes cling out against your armor. A 5th spear strike misses wildly as a 6th spear strike cuts into you. Not too bad, just along the ribs a little bit. And then your hammer comes down and strikes this guy square in the face. For a shit. Should have. And he hits the ground as he falls backwards. It is still your turn.
My attack rate is 5, but how many times can I move?
You can move as long as you have movement.
Based? Smash this guy then.
That'll hit. Oh yeah, your hammer crashes down on the one guy's face. He falls down with an unceremonious thud. You take a step to the left, and you swing that same hammer, this time aiming directly for this guy's face, smashing his jaw, knocking out some teeth as he spins and hits dirt. His head bounces off the, what is this called? Flagstone path. It is still your
I
turn.
will look at the third man and ask him if he intends to help us or if he'd like to join his friends.
He looks at you. Now he is angered as his spear is fully readied. It is still your turn.
encounter. I'm just gonna kill him then too. These fucking monks and their shit ass monastery.
It's a very special array, but you do hit. What is going on?
I don't know.
That is powerful.
Oh, that was D20. I fucked up on that one.
Yeah, you did.
I rolled a D20 and
Yeah,
D6. It's all hitting right in the same. Are you sure these aren't weighted?
That is very strange, and I'm pretty sure one of these modifiers is supposed to be a dice as well, isn't it?
Which
Although
one?
It doesn't change anything. One of your
It's
modifiers should be
two. Let
a
me.
dice that increases in size every time you attack.
Oh, so he actually does more damage each time.
The fourth. Okay, so I have one D6 plus 10 plus 4 plus die. Does that increase with each attack?
Yes, every attack you do
So-
to a maximum of like the fourth attack.
Okay, so
So
then
the first
would
one
it
should have
have
been.
been?
I don't remember what the first one should be. All right, where's my fighter page? Yes, for those of you watching, this is a very funny class based off of an Unearthed Arcana that died somewhere.
D2, D4, D6, D8, and then
Yeah.
it sits at D8.
So the first one should have been a plus D2 at the end, and then a plus D4. Now this one's a plus D6. Even if you change the roll, it's fine. He's still going to be knocked unconscious. So that also happens to be the same thing with all the other guys. Blah. They're all unconscious. You stand still for a second, and all you hear is nature. These guys are.
Oh,
all
you held
beautiful.
back this time.
Yep, in a flash of 6 seconds, these three guys have hit the ground.
It's a shame they didn't just help us. This could have all been avoided.
I mean, I'm so glad you just didn't make it like last time. You know, I didn't really need the blood all over my robes. And Nix will just walk up to the main door. You coming, Ed?
I will also watch the
We're,
main
we're
door.
just a couple of little wascals.
You walk in, and this is what you see. And pause as we go to Yori.
Let's go to a quick commercial break.
Yori,
We're
you're
just a
out here.
couple of rascals.
You got your monkey Big Brother system set up. Got the 3 guards and a gardener out here. What are you up to? Yori?
Costco Pizza got Shiori IRL.
That does sound good.
Just wait until... Just put it on pause until he... I mean, put his side on pause until he gets back and we'll stop to immediately when it happens.
Yeah, well, I mean, depends on what he wants to do. That's the problem. Alright, but you guys are here. You're in the middle of the monastery. You can see in front of you there's a little set of benches, kind of like a waiting area, and you have some rooms here. And I guess we need some sneaking. Hey,
Oh, we get... Perfect time to get back.
perfect time to put these guys back on pause. Yori,
We're going to the cuck chair.
Yeah.
You're sitting here by the reflecting pool. The guys left to go get you something to eat. There are 4 guards and a gardener. One of those guards, one of the more armored guards, walks into the building, the northern stony building. What are you up to?
So how many guards are there now?
3.
3, and I'm gonna look through my monkey eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 3 guards here, right?
Yeah, so you see these 2 guards, they're like your standard orange robe monks. They have a spear with them. And then you have this guard here who looks like he's ready for battle. Much more fantasy fighting monk kind of guy. And he has a one of those like funny mace spears. Like the spiked clubs at the end.
Got it. Where did I see the cracked roof?
You saw it over on the west side. Can you see my pings?
Yeah.
You see
So
it
by
that way.
Harambe.
Yeah. Just Harambe out here.
So this is a garden, right?
Yes.
So I look at Donkey's eyes.
Hmm.
Can Donkey clearly see me?
Yes.
Can I signal to him to make a
Yes.
distraction?
Make a distraction. What would that signal be?
Palms up, and then I kind of do the snake dance towards the west
Snake
or
dance?
towards the east. I don't know the thing where you put
Just
your
do the crab rave dance.
yeah, there you go, the crab rave. Okay, you know what? Let's just do the crab rave. I kind of do my stretches here in the reflecting pool while I kind of am loud saying, "Man, I wish the food was here already." And then I just do my stretches. I do the crab rave.
What? Give me a charisma check. Oh, I think this actually works. I think the monkey's roll works. I think animal companions might need a boost to their intelligence stats. Yeah. You know what? Donkey gets it. And you point which way? To the east? To the right?
Yeah, I point him east towards who was in east? Who's the
Monkey.
monkey in the east?
Monkey.
Yeah, I pointed to monkey.
How can you say you love your monkeys if you can't remember which is which?
Okay. Donkey leaps through the trees, flies off somewhere to go find Monkey. And, they will do a thing. And that probably takes about 30 seconds, so we'll go back to over here. Nix and Ed.
You know, it was very kind of them to let us in to help with the investigation. Don't you agree, Ed?
About damn time.
Shall we?
Let's check and see where the man was killed.
See, you pass by what sounds like the sound of metal utensils hitting metal plates. And you could also smell food.
Heads or tails?
Heads.
Nyx will just take out a coin and flip it. Okay, we're going to the right.
You see a curtain here, and you see a door. Ooh, did you just face through a wall?
Perhaps.
Crazy. Stand between two rooms. There's a door to your north, there's a curtain to your southwest. You can hear the sounds of what sounds like dinner.
Can Nyx like just creak the door open to see what's inside this one?
I really wish there was a way to make that like a thing. Let's see. That needs to be a function. Someone in a Foundry get on it. Let's see. How do I'll make a temporary wall. There.
So if I open it, should be fine.
Yeah, I think. You see some guys and they're practicing their forms.
Let's go to the end of the hall and then go up. It'll look a bit more formal of us. Make a good impression on the lovely guardians, and the last will just be sarcastic.
Pause.
What do you think?
Or go ahead and finish your sentence though.
I was going to ask NX, what do you think? The Chipatsu really stole it, or are the monks giving away the emblem?
I think they're just incompetent. I mean, them and the Ronin are the oldest ones around, but the Ronin were with the warlords, and
Oh no. Roll me a D100, anybody.
hey, good luck for a change, baby.
Thank God you rolled before me.
As you guys start walking through this hall here, I'll say you guys get here and here. You hear two loud thunks on the roof. And then you hear monkey sounds, hooting and hollering, and then you hear a guy outside this wall let out a yelp.
It would appear we're not alone in our infiltration.
Hiyori, you'll see through the eyes of one of your apes, or you'll hear, at least if you're not looking through the eyes, you hear sounds of monkey noises. And now you hear some dudes yelling angrily.
I look at the guards. Aren't you guys gonna check on that? I don't know what I don't know what's going on. Still waiting for my food.
The two orange robe monks look at the proper monastery guardian. He goes in this direction. He runs past you.
So was it the monastery guy that kind of just passed through?
Yeah, it was the well-armored, or the one that looks more able to fight. Yeah, the armored one, the armored monk. The monastery guardian as opposed to the monastery monk.
Got it.
You got two monks sitting out here.
So I go to the monastery monks. I'm still waiting for the food, but you know where their restroom is? I can't like just, piss out here.
You would have to go outside the walls. Cannot allow you inside.
But it's so far. Walk around.
The walk is just as long if you go on the inside.
So, which is the fastest way to get outside?
Go the way you came.
Okay, I go the way I came. Towards the east. Then I'm gonna periodically look at Harembe over here,
Mm-hmm.
where that
Harambe sees you, and he's up in a tree somewhere here, and that like wooden panel is right about here.
Okay, I signal to him.
What are you signaling?
Come over here and help me get that panel.
Drops down. Ooks. And he will climb up this wall, find a foothold, and reach down to you.
Got it. I am gonna go and grab Harembe's hand.
Alright. He climbs up a bit, waits for you. Go ahead and give me a strength check. Don't worry, because Harambe's doing his as well. You slip a bit, but Harambe's grip is still strong. Ape strong.
It together.
He goes up another little, like, foot or two and tries to pull you up as well. Give me another strength check. Yep, you hold this time, and you guys cover a decent amount of range. He does one big leap as he reaches up to the roof and grabs onto the shingles, and then just yoinks you up all the way. And now you're on top of the roof, where the clay shingles are shattered, and there is a wooden panel placed in its place. You can pry it off and get in. And Harambe can really easily just pry that off.
Yep, let's pry this shit off.
Alright? You pry it off, and you see an empty hallway beneath you. Do you wish to enter?
Yep.
You're inside. You
Okay,
hear...
I am going to use one of my talismans.
Mhm.
And I call over Harambe with me.
Harambe drops
And
down.
I pull out the talisman that makes me pull out the talisman that on your first turn of combat you have advantage on the attack roll against creatures that have not yet attacked.
Okay.
So I'm gonna activate that talisman.
Alright.
So talismans are activated, or are they just lasting?
Say that again? You kind of cut out at the end.
Oh, so are talismans activated effects or lasting effects?
It depends on what they are. So, generally, I haven't really sussed this out with my ranger. Talismans are kind of like a free action. You can use one per turn for free. And then if there is a action economy attached to it, you have to start using the action economy. If it is a special effect like, I believe, the hunter stuff, so like your monkeys, you gave them the 1 minute, you gave them the see through their eyes, you gave them the stealth, you gave them that. As long as the talisman is on your person and it's consuming a talisman slot, it's kind of always there.
Okay.
If it doesn't have a duration, then it doesn't have a duration. It's just always on.
Okay, so we're gonna have Harambe gonna do the SWAT style. We're gonna breach this door here.
Okay. At this point, we're gonna pause you for a second, and we're gonna catch up the last minute of the other two over here. All right, so you're posted up and you're ready to do a dynamic entry. Nyx, Ed, There's some monkeying about happening above you. You hear the sounds right about here and here. Then you hear people angry over here. You might hear the mention of rock and shit.
Right ahead of us.
Above you, you hear monkey. Ahead of you. Above and ahead of you and you know what I mean. On the roof above,
Right.
in front of you, there is some monkey business happening. And then on the outside to your left, there are some angry people.
We should probably get over here. This door. Can we bar the door?
There is no bar on the door.
Damn.
How's this door open?
It opens inward.
Towards us?
Yes.
Are there like handles or anything?
Yes.
How
There's one
far
handle on
apart?
this side. Oh, no, they're
Oh,
in the middle. The handles are in the middle. It's a double door.
Okay, so is it enough that like you could place like something in there and just block it?
Sure. The handles themselves aren't that sturdy though. Enough force could probably break the handle off. But yeah, you can do that if you can find something. Or if you have something.
As much fun as it would be to just let them struggle to get back in, Ed, I think it would be better on us if we didn't block it this time.
I prefer not to beat every monk in this place to within an inch of his life.
But that's your favorite thing.
Yeah, I'd like to find the emblem. You know, normally it's not that big a deal.
Well, it was
Who
a
cares?
courtyard, so let's just see what's at the back of this monastery. It would make probably the most sense. Fucking Kabotsu.
And I say turn the corner and pause. You see another hallway. You see there's a door to the north side, and then a straight shoot down towards the other side. And we go back to Hiyori. Hiyori, you and
Yep.
Harambe are on either side of the wall. Door between the two of you. What are you doing?
I stack up, and then I open the door.
Okay.
I look through.
You see this.
I wish to not see it anymore.
Turn that shit off.
Give me a luck check. What you saw were a bunch of guys practicing their martial forms. Most of them were looking towards the source of noise. One of them did not care, and he might have saw the door open.
Okay. I am gonna go past Harambe, and then I'm gonna tell him to follow me.
Okay. You'll see a hallway, door on the north, and two familiar faces all the way at the other end. You guys are back on the same timeline.
Okay. I look at them. They look at me. I run off.
Shieru.
And then I wave to them to follow me. So
Are you going in the opposite direction?
Do you guys
Or is he on the
follow?
opposite end?
Okay, being a monk, even though Eyes of the Emperor, would Nyx have an idea of what the general layout of a monastery like this would be?
Where is Nyx from?
The greatest town.
Tokiden?
Hell yeah, brother.
The Tokiden Monastery is very grand and very vast. It is probably nothing like the Meiji Monastery. Which is
This
very
is
small.
this is the boonies.
However, every monastery has a similar sort of central area where there are two things. There is the chamber of meditation where all the monks would go to meditate and, sort of prostrate and worship the imperial seal in the center of the building. And that same building also has the bedroom of the Master of Seals. Beside that chamber is usually a place for the monastery Shibotsu to reside. And then out front of that chamber is where the monks would practice their routine, their martial forms and all that stuff. So since you've seen the inside of this area, you kind of have the general idea that if you've heard the noise that you heard, there's probably guys, that's probably the martial chamber courtyard out there.
Okay.
As for the rest of it, you have no idea.
Okay, Ed, if things get bad, in case you don't want to fight through a lot of them, we'll go through this door back here.
Alrighty. Where's Hiyori? We're
You
supposed
saw
to be able to
Hiyori.
see Hiyori.
No, Hiyori ran the way she came. And
She?
Don't you fucking misgender Hiyori Datsun. He's the proud son, the proud heir of the Datsun family.
Wait, we're going back?
Yeah, we were just making sure we had a secondary route to get out. I know
Alright.
you hate doing the prep work.
the monkey noises stop.
Now be on your best behavior for now, but if things go south, well, you know what to do. It's your specialty. And then Nyx will just open it and then step out.
Okay. These guys are looking over here. Or you hear some chatter like, are they gone? Why were those animals? We need to do something about these apes. And then you see this guy over here. He's covered. He has a face full of what can be ape dung, as he's sort of just walking off in this direction as you open. They do look in your direction and see you. And he's like, "Hey, you! Did you hear that up there?"
I'll point over to the building next to the main shrine. That's where the Chibotsu would be, right?
It should be.
I'll start heading that way.
We're just gonna fucking ignore them Giga Chad style.
Outsiders. Pause. Yori, as you escape back into this hallway, what are you doing?
yeah, I'm looking behind me. Did they not follow me?
Nope, there's no sign of them. There's no footsteps. You peer around the corner, you don't see them anymore.
Are those fucking dumbasses? I go after them.
Right? Pause. Give me a perception check as you pass by the back door here. Yeah, perception check. Ooh,
Sheesh.
wow. Yuri, right about here, you feel a draft of wind blow in just to your right, south of you.
Oh, okay.
And when you look, you notice that there's a little slat here in the wall that looks like it's not a singular solid piece.
I open it up.
I'll move Harambe. Just click off, deselect him. No. Got him.
So what is this? Is it like ground or what?
So you step out, and now you're in open air. There's some grass beneath you. There's another wooden building directly south of you, and you see another 2 wooden buildings to your right and left.
I look to Harambe. I tell him that that monkey and donkey are already causing trouble on the west side or the east side over there. I want him to you know, have some monkey business in the west over here.
He'll scramble off in this direction.
Okay, I'm gonna start looking through here.
Okay.
What is this? Is this a tree?
Bushes. And as you peer through the bushes, you'll see these guys over here who are now looking over here in this direction as you hear the hooting and hollering of an ape.
Alright, wait a bit to wait for that hooting and hollering.
Mm-hmm. You'll hear some guy complaining, "There's another one over here. Somebody take care of this thing." And these guys approach it cautiously. You'll see, not sure if you see this. You hear footsteps. And Harambe is just doing his thing. As they kind of try to approach him, but they keep their distance, you know? It's big monkey. They're unarmed.
A really big monkey, considering how much HP each one of them has.
Alright, while you're watching that go down, Ed and Nix, you approach this building over here.
Yeah,
You'll
I'm gonna
hear
go inside.
hooting and hollering now coming from your west. And you'll hear the guys behind you. Is that another ape? You open the door, and you see a small
Yes.
building. There is an elf over here, tending to what looks like a table full of charcuterie.
Oh, look, your favorite, Ed.
We'll enter.
They look in your direction. Please close the door behind you. I'm surprised they let you in.
And we'll grin at the elf.
He's quite persuasive when you get to know him.
So you were the replacement Chibotsu?
Replacement. I take it you're not here for my services.
No.
Next, we'll just go and plop down on the sofa.
I take it you are wise to the rumors that have spread as of late?
Indeed.
Yes. Well, I do not deny people entry to my humble abode, but if you wish, you may sit here, and I will serve you whatever you wish. And, Nix, you'll find yourself, There are cards. It looks like fortune teller stuff. And a hookah that is both loaded and ready to smoke. And then you guys now start hearing monkey noises coming from outside the building to your southwest.
Quite the lively temple, isn't it?
The
Is it-
Chibotsu comes over here, places down some food, and
Is it
comes back
is
over
it
here.
standard for the monastery guardian temples to engage with the local wildlife?
They are an ever-present annoyance. It is believed that the great ancient spirit Dobango sends them to bother people from time to time. Apes in
In
particular.
Tokiden we call it. In Tokiden we just call it when the Dotsons get bored.
Please sit. And the Chibotsu will sit down here and will pour some tea. You step behind this little divider here, you'll see another sofa. You got this shelf full of scrolls, easel, paint supplies, an artwork being worked on currently. It is a person drawn in that sort of feature that one of your French girls type painting.
I'll look at the scrolls.
They are mostly drawings. You know that Chibotsu aren't really allowed to learn the Kideni language. So there's really none of that. Most of what their works rely on is sort of foreign languages and stuff. It's their job to do record keeping of foreign intel from time to time, or foreign correspondences. You don't see a lot of those here, though. Most of it is just artwork.
You know, I could go with a real meta joke on Lexus and give a reason for the Kabotsu to be able to speak Kideni.
They can
Or to
speak
write it.
They just can't write it.
You know what Lexus stands for, right?
No.
I shit you not, luxury export to the US.
Based.
Nyx will lower her mask and take a sip of the tea. It's not much of a rumor though, is it?
Well, there are rumors flying around Medjir, at least, as to what has happened. Actually, where is... You see this Chibotsu. It's not the right Discord.
Well, the ever so friendly guards, and Ed works wonders persuading people. Did mention that someone's guts are in quite the wrong place. And that the seal was missing.
Yes. I am surprised.
And they blamed Chibotsu. They stated that the Chibotsu is the prime suspect.
That is indeed what I am told. I have not seen Len for quite some time. He is usually a quiet one that keeps to himself, but he does his duties as well as anyone. Granted, he does not prefer the life, but many don't.
What about you?
I find it suitable.
So, who died?
A monk. I do not know his name. All the monks here treat each other as family. For me, they are clients, to say the best.
To say the worst, I'm going to imagine that they don't like you leaving this room, do they?
I leave, though my duties are here. I don't leave the monastery, unless it is of the utmost importance. Len usually handles contact with the outside.
And where could we find this Len?
His room in specific.
His room will be across the way on the other side of the chamber of meditation. And pause. Yori,
Yeah.
you're here watching Harambe do his monkey business. And every time these guys approach him, he does something funny. He jumps over here, jumps onto one of these little martial arts training dummies. Like, oh, be careful! That could rip a man's arm off. Just get him out of here. And as they kind of approach, cautiously. But every time they corner him, he just does monkey things. What are you up to?
I use my stealth to stealthily check out this building.
Yeah, roll for stealth. Oh yeah. You slip out of the bush and you can walk along this building as quiet as a mouse. There's a door in front of you. Alright, you find yourself in an empty room. In front of you, you'll see a small sort of cart. With it, there is, looks like old bread, probably starting to mold. There's a teapot and some teacups, cold. You have a table with some pillows to sit on. There's an easel over here, potted plants, and a large book.
I check this easel.
It's empty. There's nothing on it. There's a paintbrush resting on the bottom platform. But all the paint's pretty dry. Doesn't look like it's been used in a while.
I check this book.
The book, it's mostly empty, but there is writing in it. And give me a perception check. Jesus Christ. You rolling?
Rolling.
As you look through the book, you'll notice that there is a handful of letters shoved into the drawer of this desk here.
Check them out.
Right? Most of them don't seem special. They're in. Do you know any languages other than Kideni?
Nope.
They're written in some strange language you've never seen before, but you do recognize that one of these letters are written in the Fororian language. And as they are your neighbors, they're probably the most common foreigner group of people you'll ever communicate with.
Okay.
Ooh. Give me another perception check. You notice as you start pulling out these letters, you notice that there is a crumpled up piece of paper in this potted plant here.
I take it.
This piece of paper is a imperial missive It is a red envelope. You know these to be very special. These are letters written by Masters of Seals. So you do not know who writ this one, and this is covered in both dirt and ink, or sort of like painted over on with fresh ink, or not fresh ink, but somebody tried to disguise the words on this, and they did a pretty good job. But it's an imperial missive, and Chibotsu having one is curious.
Okay, I take it.
All right. Past the divider, you'll see bed, drawer. You'll see some splinters on the floor. Yes, hello?
Oh, I'm gonna investigate these splinters.
Right. And then this bed is like the traditional kind of futon bed. You'll notice there is a bag against it and the wall. The splinters here look like they came from the ceiling above.
Okay. Alright, check this bag.
It is a bag full of, not full of, but like there's a handful of silver coins in it. And the coins are minted in the Ferrarian. They're Ferraro coins. They're not from Kiden.
Uh-oh, video. Okay, I take this as evidence as well, and I look up right here.
You'll see in the ceiling, there is a hole, maybe about the size of a small child. A small child could squeeze through. You maybe push that shelf or drag that shelf against the wall towards it. You could probably climb up the shelf and peer inside the hole in the ceiling. It doesn't reach out to the sky. It's kind of like a attic space or a empty space. A false
Okay,
ceiling.
I try and climb into the hole.
Yep. You'll find another piece of paper up here. This one is a black missive. And if you don't remember, missives are those envelopes that are kind of shaped in a diamond with horns. This one is black. This is very odd. Although you would know that black missives tend to have been the orders sent to people by the shogun in his days.
Okay, I open it up.
Okay. You open up the missive, and with a small puff of smoke, a creature forms within that mist, and you're faced with a Lang Saboling as it looks you directly in the eyes.
I look it in the eyes and I laugh at it.
And it responds with a slash of its paw. Please roll initiative.
It would be like plus mod.
Plus dex, capped by whiz.
Oh god, not that fucker again. No.
PTSD.
As soon as I saw the portrait.
Do you see it? Oh no, you see it on the combat tracker.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow. Yours. Wait, that's your score, not your mod. Wait, no, you didn't roll it, did you? No, I gotta scroll down. Never mind. Oof.
Okay.
Oh, you guys go at the exact same time. So, the way this works is that
Clash.
your actions happen at the exact same time and reconcile at however they will if you act at the exact same time as the other creature. So if you cast a spell and he casts Paw, you're both doing it at the exact same time. If you both hit 0 HP with an attack at the same round, you both hit the floor at the exact same time. There is no stopping his actions unless your action directly stops his action. So, what do you do as the Lang Sabling appears out of the thin air and I'd say knocks this thing over, revealing the entire room?
Not sure.
Well,
Geocast gun.
the Lang Sabling knows what it's doing.
Shio calls in the apes.
What do you do, Hiyori? Paralyzed
on.
in fear. As Nyx Lexus's grandfather's best friend appears out of nowhere.
Wait, is it literally the same one?
No.
Wow, that would have been fucked.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's more like great uncle.
I acrobat myself over this divider.
Divider got knocked down.
Oh,
He knocked it down. That's why the room's visible to you. You can still run in that direction if you want, though.
Can Shio just do a really cool flip in place?
Backflip in place, then run 30 feet away. Actually, can you move? Okay, just checking.
yeah.
I don't know if the combat track would prevent that. Oh, what do you do? Still standing right here. Been 10 feet away from you.
Okay. I go over here.
Alright. Is there anything else in your action? Because it's gonna attack you.
I am gonna shoot it.
Alright. Go ahead and roll to hit. Oh yeah. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage. And what's your AC?
AC is AC is 19.
Okay. So you You jump over the knocked over divider, go past the easel, put yourself between the table and it as it leaps this way and swipes at you as you do. It deals 24 points of damage as you take a shot at it. And your eardrums ring as your dwarven cannon, dwarven musket rifle, dwarven long rifle? I'm not sure which version this is. Heavy rifle.
Dwarven heavy.
The sound of it echoes through this room, shaking the dust off of everything. And you blast it for 26 points of damage. As you take 26 points of damage, or 24 points of damage yourself. Why does this not show the HP? Okay, and as you guys are over here sitting down, as soon as your ass hits the seat, Ed, you hear a loud explosion from outside, directly to your west. That goes for you too, Nyx.
I
Nick
suppose
is
won't be.
calmly drinking it.
I suppose we won't be staying for tea. As I stand up and turn to go.
Ed,
Oh,
is
wait.
it going to end in
Is this
your
a
favorite?
Say again, Yuri?
Is this beast?
It's a spirit beast.
So would this be picked by my favorite enemy as a beast?
Technically,
What does favorite beast do?
So
favorite enemy.
favorite enemy is you can track and hunt certain enemies. Choose a type: beast, fey, humanoid, monstrosities, or undead. Gain +2 bonus damage.
I'll give you a +1 because it's a spirit beast and not a full regular beast.
Okay. So it does what? 20.
What did you roll? 20.
27.
Okay. I factored it in. It's good. But it's now both of your guys' turn again. What are you doing?
Okay, I am gonna run towards the door. And then right when I open the door, I am gonna use okay, wait, how many? So I have 30 feet of movement, right?
Yes. Unless something adds it to you. You can dash to get 60, but that will cost you your action. But if you want to use a talisman, you can still use it for the first one. First one each round is essentially free.
Well, technically I can use dash action as a bonus action because I have fleet of foot.
Oh. Well then. You can bonus action dash and still use an action.
Based. Well, I have to reload the thing, so I can't really reload it. Actually, would I be able to... Yeah, I'm gonna reload the flintlock. Bonus action dash.
Alright. You start reloading as you dashing. Lang Sabling will dive at you, just like he did before. He will hit. He gets you for 17 points of damage as you make your way out the door.
Okay.
And then he rolls a critical failure on his next attack, and he can't get out the door.
So, he can't get out the door?
He's a big boy.
Okay.
Oh, I can't just W him out the door. He's a big boy. Maybe his head sticks out as he looks at you and snarls, and then you hear everybody. You hear multiple screams of terror. You stop right there?
That's 60 feet right there.
Is that? Damn. No, it's not.
Fair.
Yeah, there you go. Multiple screams of terror as this big old spirit tiger just kind of does the here's Johnny. And
Can I yell out monkeys assemble?
go for it.
Apes together strong.
Apes together strong.
Ed,
Return to monkey.
Nix. I'm just gonna add you guys to the tracker, put you at the end.
Do you want us to actually roll?
No, not until you actually get into combat. I mean, it doesn't seem like you guys are leisurely walking towards the door as you hear an explosion. One of you hasn't even left your seat.
I didn't know we could move. I thought we were paused.
No, I mean you moved towards the door. I was letting you do that. You still
Okay,
gotta
I'll
move within
outside then.
the confines of the combat round, though.
Nyx will place down the tea. Provided things don't turn too terribly, I'll come back for the tea and we can continue our chat. If they do, would you leave this place given the chance?
I am one with my duties, but I believe there is a problem outside that must be solved.
Well, Nyx is walking. If Ed gets his way, you're not gonna have many duties left when he's done.
Okay, and then get yourself another round of movement. Just because.
You mean like 1 round total of movement or 2 rounds here?
I'm giving you guys 2 rounds because you guys didn't take the last round, really.
Okay.
Right. And we're back.
90 feet, baby.
We're back to monkey business. Harambe will be added. So I guess it's now Harambe's turn. You shout monkeys assemble, and it'll take some time for Donkey and Monkey to get to where they get to hear from where they were. What's Harambe's move?
Fucking sniper monkeys being deployed.
You can go ahead and control.
Bullshit incoming.
He is 40 speed, 40 climb.
Alright. It is Harambe's turn.
Gonna have him dash over.
Alright. He ekes and nukes over, knocking the Monastery Monk out of his way. And that's his turn.
Yep,
It's
that's
now,
his turn.
it's now your turn and the Lang's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna move right next to Harambe.
Alright.
And I think I have my my gun has already reloaded, right?
You're using the Dwarven rifle, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
I have quick loaded.
you have quick loader.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Okay. Gonna aim at its big ass head.
All right.
You know, I think I read about this in one of the books that Grandma Shio actually killed one of you guys.
Go ahead and roll to hit.
Okay, I'm gonna use my sharpshooter. Is it -6?
Yep. Jesus. Triple
30.
crit
Triple crit? Okay, hold on.
or double crit, so triple damage.
So, double crit. I also have pierced. So once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack that deals piercing damage, you can re-roll, or when you score a critical hit that deals piercing damage to a creature, you can roll 1 additional damage die, determining the extra piercing damage that it takes. So what would this be, though?
Is the dwarven rifle not bludgeoning?
No, it's a piercing with a when it hits something with actual gun.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that works. So 1 extra dice. So you just add another 2d20 on it. So you're gonna be rolling
Oh, okay.
7d20 plus 7 plus 10.
If it's melee, he should.
No, it's not melee. It's the gun itself.
He's
Ew.
pulling the trigger.
He's blamming.
So
Yeah.
it's 7d20 plus 7 plus 10.
Correct.
Jesus.
Wow. You shoot it, and as it does a Kool-Aid man through the door, it raises its paw as it's about halfway. Well, it does actually get to you, but it's only going to get 1 attack off as it has to disappear, or else it just will not work. What's your AC? Your AC is 19?
19.
It actually misses, and then it disappears. Poof. To nowhere. It is
I sit
still
on my
your turn.
and I reload.
Right? You start reloading.
So I think your hit's actually plus 15. I think I did the math wrong.
Monkeys
next.
assemble.
You hear another explosion on the other side of this building. And then a burst of, it sounds like wood.
How we get 2 rounds of movement or just 1? So it's like
This time
60
it's just
feet.
1. Yeah,
Are we allowed to like take dash, etc.?
you can dash.
Okay.
Zoom. Move here. Wait, no. There.
Next, you'll see a bunch of, regular orange robe monks looking in awe and terror as something's going on just beyond your sight. You'll see these 2 well-armed
I
monastery
fucking
guardians
hate these
also doing the
shadows.
same
They're
thing.
cooking me so hard.
Ed, you'll see a minorly wounded Hiyori tending to his gun as Harambe stands there looking confused. You don't see anything else. And how does my boy Lang handle this? go ahead and you two, as the Lang Sabling enters the realm of the mortal again, go ahead and roll actual initiative checks.
Also, Haku, yeah, I fucked up. I think it's plus 15 and then plus 9 on sharpshooter.
So plus 15 for my gun. Not
Yeah, plus 15 for everything except sharpshooter, which is just going to be minus 6 on top. Because your fighting style bridges the gap between you and the marshals with your BAB.
yeah. So it's plus 15 for the gun itself, but then plus 9 for melee, right?
No, plus
no.
9 for... So it's plus 15 for gun, plus 13 for melee, plus 9 for sharpshooter.
The Lang won't appear yet, actually. I thought he was much higher in the initiative.
Because your fighting
Harambe looks
style
around.
is interesting.
He looks confused. He's ooking. He's beating his chest. He's hollering.
Is he duking?
He's not duking nothing yet, but he's looking to grook somebody. Ed, it's
He's
your
gonna
turn.
ook him?
You don't see the danger.
Don't see the he disappeared again.
I don't think you ever saw him. He wasn't supposed to appear yet. I thought he was higher on the initiative. He wasn't.
Ed is the danger.
Might be true. I'm gonna move here.
You pass through, you push one of these guards aside, and they're like, wait, what? Who are you? What are you doing here?
I'm going to ignore them entirely.
And then the Lang appears. He appears behind you, Shiori, and he attacks. That'll miss. Unsurprising. That will also miss. That will... What's your AC?
19.
Clears, finally. He clears with his shit attacks. His 2 bites miss you as you dodge out of the way. Then his paw comes in to swipe you, smacking you across the arm for a 9 points of damage. And then he swipes again with his paw. 19, this is not a critical roll. And he hits you for another 4 points of damage. And it is your turn. As this happens, all at the same time.
Yeah, let's go. Time to coordinate our attacks, Harambe. Beat the shit out of it.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's supposed to be on your initiative.
Yep. So I'm gonna hit it with the dwarven heavy rifle melee.
All right. That doesn't hit.
Okay. Because I have coordinated attack, Harambe attacks.
Right? Roll
Would it
for
be?
Harambe.
Would it be? Oh yeah, I can use a reaction to make a melee attack. What would its hit be with the 24 strength, 14 deaths? How would I do that with all the crits?
18
I,
strength.
it's plus 16 to hit.
Yeah, I got you. I got it all.
That'll hit. Is that a critical roll? Nope, it is not a critical roll, but it'll hit. And it will probably still clear. It's a regular crit. So double damage. Double dice.
So would it be a 60-10?
60, 10 plus 13.
Did you guys not hear me when I said change the dice rolls?
Oh, to
Be 2d10.
what? 2d10? Oh, okay.
Bumping him down to 1 dice, not 3 dice. That's silly.
So
Still
one
monkey.
dice, right?
So 2d10 plus whatever. That's a big one. And as you swing and miss, the Lang this time, it doesn't disappear. It hits the ground and starts to evaporate into green mist.
Faced Harambe.
And just think he still has like 3 attacks. He can still attack like 4 times.
Yeah, he's still being found on him. Unless Hybe says
Only allowed
they
to
only
attack
have 4
twice. It goes quiet. Go ahead and move if you want, Nyx. Again, the guard that you push aside is like, what? Who are all you people? Why were you allowed in here? What is that? Why is that thing here?
My part
Those
was
are-
convincing.
Those are all great questions, and I have no answers for any of them. You'll have to figure that out on your own. This investigation is a private investigation.
So he's
This
wonderful. He's
Monastery
wonderful
is
at
a private location.
the guards let us in. They were quite kind and
This
civil.
guard over here looks at him and is like, hey, they just killed a great spirit beast. That thing might have been sent here for us. Does not matter. The Master of Seals said to not to let anybody in and not to let anybody out.
I'm reloading my gun.
The monks kind of all take a step back. The Guardians look at the two of you.
Can we help you?
You're not supposed to be here. However, I do not know what that beast is doing here. Surely this would have killed a great many of us. I'm willing to look over the other way. I'm willing to look the other way. But I ask that you stay out. At least, stay out of the meditation chamber.
Hey, Ed, do you want to go to the meditation chamber?
I'm just gonna walk away and ignore the guy and check on Hiyori. You look fucked up.
Damn. Oh, nah. He'll buff out.
Where did this thing come from?
Don't know. It just popped out of somewhere.
That's the old Chibotsu's room.
I like the other Chibotsu. They didn't have a spirit beast in there.
Oh, that
Seems
one
nice.
right there. There's no one in there.
Did you find anything?
Yes, but we're gonna have to take it back to the base.
We don't have.
You having fun at the monkey hive?
Rambe is celebrating his kill.
He's fucking he's what's it called? Tweaking out. We don't exactly have a base, so
Nope, we have the storm's base.
Well, tell us, what'd you find in the room, Hiyori?
I pull out the red missive. I turn around and I pull out the red missive so Ed and Nyx can see it.
Yeah, Hiyori reveals a red missive. You guys will know that these are the letters that the Masters of Seals use to send official orders to places. They're also used by the government over in Nobimura. A red missive is generally a missive of the highest order, highest importance of official duties.
Hey, Ed, you think what I'm thinking?
I'm thinking the Master of Seals might have given up his seal.
Remember how they said we weren't allowed to go in there?
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. What does the missive say?
It's blacked out. Also, I found beads too.
Redacted.
I showed them the coin bag of furrow coins.
Yep. Hiyori shows you a coin purse full of silvers. They're all minted in Foro. They're a Foroian currency.
Any of you guys can read furrow?
No, but 4 coins is an odd one. I think we do need to speak with the Master of Seals.
We have to go into the room there. Let's go. Monkeys assemble.
To me, my chimp men.
You will see
Hello.
two apes
We're
Oh,
going
wait.
in.
hop down,
Awaken my apes.
hop down from the roof, and as they come over here, people start to give them a wide berth.
We'd like to talk to the Master of Seals now.
Master Seals is not here. Cannot let you in.
Are you sure he's not here?
He has left about a week ago. Has yet to return.
Where to?
I do not know. It is his own official business. He is heading up this investigation on his own.
I have the monkeys surround them.
I think your Master of Seals has taken the seals someplace else and used the Chibotsu to do so.
That is preposterous. We do no such thing.
There's a
So
spirit beast in your Chibotsu's room.
so I take out the black missive. So what is this?
By the spirits. Where did you find that?
Tell us.
Is he acting shocked or more surprised?
What's the difference?
Well, shocked is like
He's shocked at seeing a black spirit missive, or is he surprised at seeing a black spirit missive?
shocked at seeing it versus surprised at us having it.
He's shocked at seeing it, and probably also surprised at you having it, because you're the Order of the Storm, and that's a black Imperial missive. You would know, as you are a monk, that the black missives were usually written by the Shogun to his Eyes of the Emperor assassins.
That beast came along with this.
Surely it was there for anyone poking their nose around. That could have been any one of us who have opened that thing.
Are you gonna let us through or not?
Give me... Can you all give me a charisma check?
Let me see.
Will my monkeys be able to? Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah, your charismatic monkeys.
The roll is for whichever token you're currently selecting. That's what it
Oh,
shows up
okay.
as. Yeah.
There you go.
Let's see. Nick's 20. So the
No,
only
wait, no,
monk...
that should have been. That's a check, right? It should have
Check.
been plus 12.
Okay.
Oops.
Yeah, you still failed.
That's. Yeah.
Only the monk in the room seems to have sway with the monks here. Aye. There's something fishy going on here.
Nix will
I-
also just take the missive from Hiyori and open it to see what it says.
I also throw down the 4 coins on the ground.
Did you find those in the Chibotsu's room?
Yes.
Ugh. Chibotsu then was always a strange one, but a traitor to Kiden. I would not expect this. They were quite honorable. You, monk. We will allow you inside.
Yes.
Under escort. I needs to speak to Koi. And he will go off to speak to Chibotsu Koi. Rest of you must stay out here. Please. You must respect the ways of the monastery.
It's better than nothing, I suppose.
Miss,
Let's
Guardian,
us.
please, inside.
Ooh, Ed, I'm a guardian now.
Since you seem to know so much, I imagine that somebody, at least the men at the front, had told you a little bit about what is happening in here.
Yeah, his insides became his outsides.
That is the case. It is not
They
as...
unfortunately didn't want to tell us with what, though.
Well, that is the problem. The other problem is the fact that that your friend out there has poured a handful of coin from a foreign country, from Foro, our allies. Here is where the attack, or at least where the attack happened, and where we found our fallen friend. And you'll see on the ground there are some burn marks and some dried blood. Just imagine that this is a much more gruesome scene than it looks. There is a lot of burnt and dried blood, and this burn mark here in the stone ground as a sort of tearing wound into the stone.
With the blood from the wound, would Nix be able to, like, kind of determine if he was, like, stabbed from behind or the front or any of that?
That's
Just
impossible
from, like-
to tell. There's no body here.
You
Well,
actually can tell with blood draw.
On a forensic scale, you can actually tell.
Okay, yeah, on a forensic scale in modern technology, maybe.
No, you can actually do it with your
like,
eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, Dexter.
Dexter Morgan.
It's basically like the direction that it's thinner in and all that stuff.
It was
Okay.
since there's a
Jokes.
spray in a particular direction, you feel like it was a slash. But give me an intelligence check.
Not investigation.
Give me both.
Gonna kick the door in and be like,
That's
surprise, motherfucker.
investigation into intelligence.
How are they so close in number? Jesus. So as you're investigating, you can definitely tell that this was made by a slash. It feels like it was made by a singular slash. With the amount of blood here, you feel like the cut was deep, maybe even cutting the person in two. And as you investigate, you feel like you've seen a wound like this before. 4-ish years ago, when you were inducted into the Order of the Storm, there was an incident over at the border between Foro and Kiden, where a handful of bandits who were attacking trade routes in the name of the Fire Lord were apprehended and killed by the Crystal Order. These weapons are very similar, or at least the weapon marking is very similar to their singing crystal blades. And with your initial investigation check, you feel when you look real closely at the stone, there are some shoe prints. They're very faint. You can tell that there was sort of like a scuffle here. Then there is a few smaller drops of blood here, and then it ended up in this big old pool strewn across the area here. So it didn't start as a lethal fight. It probably was a bit of a shoving around, followed by too much resistance, followed by the cessation of violence via death. And I can't remember if I didn't actually put it in the game, but our ally was, well, there was no bringing him back from that. We only prayed that his soul found its way to where it belongs. The seal, and he points over to the altar here. When we found him, the seal was gone. The Chibotsu was gone as we went to go look for them. And he lied here dead in a pool of his blood.
Is it just one set of footprints, or is it two?
It looks like a mixture of footprints. Why don't you give me another investigation check? As you look around the altar, you'll find another set here. It's a little less faint. The feet are a lot smaller. But it's hard to tell from the scuffle. Just the one. If you
I guess
want,
basically like.
Hmm?
So
Say
basically like elf-sized.
yeah. We have the body still. But you cannot say no word. Anyone of this. And I haven't actually placed the body in the game.
Oh no, there's a body.
Yeah, there's a body. Oh no. They'll lead you over here to the actual seal master's bed. And over here on a wooden sort of a stretcher, there is a body covered by a blanket. He takes the cloth, pulls it over, and you'll see the man with a singular cut. They're severing his torso almost completely, leaving a little bit of flesh behind. The wound, it looks like it was cauterized upon creation, and it's definitely the sign of a singing crystal sword. He had a few things on him. He points to the pouch beside the body. Not know what they are, but
Next, we'll look through the pouch.
you look through the pouch. It looks like things are haphazardly shoved back inside this bag. Give me a investigation check. Ooh.
Ooh.
A couple scrolls, some coin. There, Kidani coin. A rag or two. A scrap of cloth that looks like it was torn off of something. And that's it.
I'll ask the Dotson about this. She's quite good with this kind of stuff. Quite perceptive.
Very well.
Won't mention the body, of course. But your boy got done in by a singing crystal sword. That's quite the rarity around these parts.
It is worrisome. You think a monk of the singing crystal were to attack us and to take our seal? One could only... well, one cannot surmise what their reasons are. Strange Faurian people.
Yes, I wonder why they would ever want to free the Shogun and plunge us into more chaos.
The Order is always against chaos. That is all I can give you. I do not know if there is anything else we can even share that would help us answer this problem.
So why did he leave your lovely seal keeper?
As far as I know, he has headed to Motoben to seek aid and answers. They are better at this sort of thing. It might be that it is to shore up defenses for what may come. We might have enemies in the east, those who we'd call our allies. I would ask you all to keep that under wraps. I know that you people
Yep.
of the storm do not care much for politics, but it is important.
You think
that we
with
do not
the
plunge
Chibots
Keaton
be
into
gone,
chaos
he would
again.
have investigated the room, though?
We investigated the room not so thoroughly. We knew that the Foro might have had a hand in this because of the singing crystal weapons.
Hiyori, how hard was it for you to find that stuff?
It was right there. Right behind the door, or right behind the bed, and then right there.
Again, we wanted help from someone with a sharper political mind, not you ruffians. But
It
whatever.
sounds
Couldn't
like
even look at the
you're-
letter.
It sounds like you're more concerned with the political ramifications than the actual ramifications of the Fire Lord returning.
A Fire Lord returning and a war with Foro are both
Fun?
be the death knell for our country. If they were to happen at the same time, there would be no Keaton left. God forbid the elves return. It is out of my hands now. You have what you came for. You may leave whenever you please.
Hey, Hiyori. And Nyx will toss the bag over to Hiyori. Take a look through this. Anything interesting you find?
I looked through it.
Yes. Immediately you realize that there are 2 spell scrolls. Or a spell scroll. It is heavy with anima.
Okay. Spell scrolls.
Your family's quite good with this kind of anima stuff. Any idea what the spells are?
Nope.
You look at it and you can read it. I will send you. We'll send you the spell on it. You have that.
So, what lovely spells did the monk have on him? It's a moonbeam and sunbeam centered on the self.
Yeah, double at the same time.
It would be a sunbeam, huh?
That'd be funny if it was both of them at the same time. The Ziggy spell.
Well, did you send it over to me?
Yeah, it's in the DMs. Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it. They seem to be calling out to someone. Seems to be a scroll of to reach out to divine being. Doesn't really say which divine being is the one getting contacted. I hand it back to Nex Lexus.
And Nyx is just staring at the monk, waiting for him to speak. You know, just sandwiched between her and Ed.
What are you looking at me for? You have whatever that is.
What kind of divine being would it be to, buddy?
Let me see that scroll.
And Nick will hand it over.
Oh, I guess. Honestly, anyone could read this. I'll just post this in the. I'll just post this in the general chat.
Yeah, Nyx is just fucking stirring shit.
I've heard of this. Heard of this before. Many Westerners have brought it around, and I think our people have adapted it to our own means. I don't know what divine being this calls, but it will tell you the way, and you must follow it. It's not something for the weak of heart, for the weak of discipline. It would be strange if it belonged to one of our men. It'd be from the attackers.
And what's the other scroll?
Well, oh no, the other scroll is Pass Without Trace.
Ew.
But this scroll has two. Pass Without Trace has one casting on it, and the Seek Glory spell has two castings.
So we have a scroll to make someone a bit sneakier, and we have a scroll to give someone a bit of a guidance on what to do. Found on a monk. Killed by an elf.
We
An
believe
untrained
them
elf.
to be his things. We just put them in the bag and put it with him.
Would Nyx know if the Crystal Order takes elves?
The Crystal Order takes all kinds.
Ew, gross. So, was he killed at night, day, dawn, dusk, evening?
We believe it was nighttime. Nobody saw anyone enter. Nobody was around to see. Generally, things are quite peaceful. We barely need guards. We need to defend more from those animals. As he
Then where
points
was
to
the
monkeys.
Then where was the seal keeper? His bedroom was right next to it.
The seal keeper was probably in town. He is the only one who leaves often. Sometimes we will send Len Chibotsu that is missing with him. Sometimes he will go on his own. It is rare for a monk to leave without important cause or for supplies. You guys all stand there
Sorry.
in awkward silence?
The red missive, no, is it the red one that's from either a seal keeper or like
Seal
the emperor
keeper
kind of
or a government official
within Kiden?
within Kiden, yes. Missives are always
Then-
made within Kiden.
And that one is essentially they tried to block it out. What was on it?
Yes, it's covered in dirt and it's also inked over. Heavily redacted.
Is there any way to recover what's on it through some means?
Magical means maybe, but they're generally protected from magic. You know that attempting to cast magic upon a missive to preserve it, destroy it, read it, etc. usually ends up in the missive combusting spontaneously. Which is also a good way to dispose of it.
And Hiyori, where was this red one?
In a trash. Ripped up. Well, crumpled up.
And who handles the incoming mail? Was it
That
our
would
lovely
be-
missing Chibotsu?
It would be either of the Chibotsu. Generally, Len handles that. If it's foreign. No. If it's foreign. Wait, was it Koi that handles foreign? Yeah, Koi. If it's foreign, Koi tends to handle it. But she is still here. If it's from within the land itself, it tends to go through Len.
Would different order keepers have like different ways of having their missives like decorated, or are they all like just the same thing? No way to tell.
The same thing. They don't really decorate them. There's sort of like kinds of missives. So like a blue missive is just regular correspondence, nothing too important. A green missive is sort of like logistically related. A yellow missive is a summons to whomever sent it. Usually that's coming from Toki or Nobimura. Like, hey, you're being summoned to court. Show up, kind of thing. Red missive is usually confidential and of the highest importance. It could mean anything. It could mean like where somebody is killing people. There's a serial killer on the loose. Go find him. Or a horde of Lang Sabeling are attacking in the hills. Go kill them, kind of thing. There are roll intelligence real quick.
Oh god, these rolls 3 back to back.
You've heard of a purple missive, though you have no idea what that is. And then there are the black missives, which kind of died with the Shogun. And you know that those are sent to his Eyes of the Emperor assassins. Although, whether they're sent to Eyes of the Emperors now, you don't know. But usually, a black missive is sent to someone if they need to be killed. If somebody needs to die.
So wouldn't, as an Eyes of the Emperor, Nyx be able to like figure out what's on the missive?
On the black one,
Yeah.
yeah.
Can Nyx take a look at it?
Yeah.
Well, let's do it.
Okay.
I hand over the black missive to Nyx.
You hand it to Harame, who hands it to Donkey, who hands it to Monkey, who hands it to Nick.
Okay, yeah, that's how it goes. It goes in the monkey circle, and then it goes back to me, and then I hand it back to you.
You take the missive. It has a summoning circle on it. You feel like opening this triggered summoning the Lang out into reality. And then there is a little message scribbled on the end there where it says, this is for your foolishness.
I honestly can't tell if that's supposed to be addressed to whoever opens it, or if it's like if it's supposed to be there's a trap for whoever reads it and then they see it, or yeah.
It's possibly both.
So, assuming that we have a lovely trap set for whoever finds it, whoever investigates it, intending for Nix will just start laughing at the idea for you capable fellows to find it. It looks like this was meant for you guys to find it, and yet we have a red missive, which means that it came from within.
Oh, intelligence check real quick. You, Nix.
Oh, hey, we're no longer retarded.
From the tales that you've read of Eyes of the Emperors, these kinds of summoning circles, they're meant to bring a spirit beast to life, and then once that spirit beast has done its duty, it disappears.
A spirit beast with the sole purpose of killing whoever opens this missive, meaning they meant for it to be found during the investigation.
As I said before, we were going to get someone more well versed in these things to handle this.
Because you guys certainly couldn't handle on your own.
Evidentially. You have your answers, I suppose, although they only bring up more questions. We cannot answer them here.
So, Ed, Yori, what's your thoughts?
It's time to find the Master of Seals.
Yep, time to find the Master of Seals. I go over here. Psst. You guys, where's the food?
Are you asking the monks or your monkeys?
No, the monks.
They point down south and tell you first room to the right from the entrance.
You know, Ed, I can actually use you for something.
What might that be?
Well, he already checked one room, which had the Chibotsu. No one's checked the Seal Master's room.
Where's his room?
Well, it's
You
past the
all
room you're
still
not.
here? Why are you still
Past
here?
the room you're not supposed to go to.
Where?
Ed, dearest, would you like to accompany me through these doors?
You cannot do that. It was bad enough that one of you was let in there. You do not need that one out there as well. Surely you understand our ways.
No, we don't. I thought you searched his room.
Well, search the body. But we haven't searched his possession. Well, the possessions of the Seal Master.
I have
We
my
w-
monk.
We do need to check his belongings, see if anything there can point to where he went.
Because although he may have told you guys one thing, could all be a mystery.
It does seem like your master of seals has betrayed you.
The monastery
Possibly.
guardian looks at you angrily. He looks around and he knows that he's outnumbered.
The
Fine,
monkeys are shuffling.
I am going with you.
Come along, Ed.
What?
Or
No,
would you like to bring?
can go in there. Again, our ways.
Doesn't even care. He's just a Giga Chad.
I would just stomp into the room.
And then as we're walking, you see, the elf was here, the monk was here. They had a nice little struggle, and then the monk got cut in two.
Is
I wasn't
this
supposed to tell you that,
elf
but
outside?
you're here anyways.
Yeah, the Shibotsu. She came over here and she saw you guys talking, and she just sort of stepped back once things got a little too mean and started leaned against the wall.
If you want to see the body, Ed, it's over here. Not much to see. It's fun though.
Time
I
to start
stare, I
searching
stare
through
at
shit.
the elf.
Yep. Search through shit.
The elf takes a drag of that, those like long cigarette holder things, and kind of just waits. You have a bunch of scrolls up here in two shelves, books as well. You have this table over here with a bunch of things, jewels, gems, maps. These are books. A lot of them are Kideni history.
And we'll just look through the index. We'll be like, nah, that's just regular monk shit. You don't need to care about that
A
one.
lot of it is regular monk shit. Monastery. The monastery guardian forms, the reason why the monasteries were founded, when they were founded, who founded them. There's a long list of names of people who are in line to be the new seal master for XYZ monastery.
Wait, does it have the next seal master for this one?
It has like 5 names for like who could be the next seal master.
Okay, Nix is gonna remember those names.
Okay. Ed, you see a bed, and there is no actual sprite for it, but there is a body with a cloth over it. And if you pull the cloth over, it is a guy who was cut in half at the torso.
Impressive.
And he looks like one of the better, well-armed looking guys. He still has his clothes on from the day.
And Nix will just check everything at this table, check for any hidden compartments on it, etc.
I'm gonna look under the bed and under the pillows, etc.
No hidden compartments, but you do find a bottle of wine. Nothing under the bed. Some clothes. You find letters. There is a couple letters drafted to other monasteries, and they haven't been sealed. They haven't been sent. They've been scribbled out, sort of like, oh, I made a mistake, I gotta start over. They are going to other monasteries asking for aid in figuring out what happened here and sending notice to other people that Imperial Seal has been stolen. One letter in particular seems to have a lot of anger and resentment towards Shibotsu. So, it's like, hey, lock your Shibotsu up. Don't let them go anywhere. Lock up your Imperial Seals. And that's kind of like, there's a big ol' splotch of ink, and that one's crumbled up and tossed it aside.
And it looks like he might actually not be on the bad side of things.
Why
That's
do you say
rare.
that?
The letters he has planned to send out their monasteries asking for help. Although you might have actually gone along with him if you met him. He hates Chibotsus almost as much as you.
Huh.
We could stir some shit too.
Will it get us any closer to the
Oh god no, but it'd be fun.
Mind you that the whole purpose of you is to keep order.
as much as possible?
But we really hate monastery guardians.
You're not supposed to. You know that they're an important tool at keeping the shogun asleep.
Keeping the peace, but they're pansies.
Your FBI,
Did any of-
their police. You're supposed to work together.
Did any of the letters mention that it was the person was killed, and if they were, that they were killed by a crystal warrior?
There's no mention in those drafts. And as you would know from what everyone else has said, it's like a sensitive subject. You don't want word getting out that your supposed allies, or your allies for maybe like 50 years now, have stolen powerful artifacts that could be the end of your country.
I mean, how many seals do they need to fuck things up? Just the one?
One's enough to cause problems.
Here's enough for, oh fuck, we're donezo.
Two's enough to cause a lot of problems. Three could potentially maybe not unseal the Fire Lord himself, but it could unseal one of his lieutenants.
Well, what's our best bet for finding the Chibotsu if we're not going to go after this Master of Seals?
Well, I know Hiyori checked the room, but do you want to check the room just in case?
At this point, might as well.
Might be able to find a direction he left, and it's a Chibotsu. They're on a train. Probably has more footprints than just the ones I found already. I keep trying to go through the doors diagonally. It doesn't let me.
Hiyori, what are you doing out here before these two return?
Staring at this elf.
She's staring back at you. Are you fond of our kind?
Keep smoking that pipe, that's why you're so flat.
What? You are a strange one.
I didn't know you swung for them, Hiyori.
You guys aren't out here yet. This conversation's happening while you guys are inside.
Having our fun with the body.
I take it you are the ally of those other two who came to visit me?
Yes.
And you are looking for Len, the other Chibotsu?
Yep.
Did you find anything?
Ton of 4-0 coins, a 4-0 letter, and a black missive.
Oh, that's interesting. Black misses are for before my time. Cannot tell you much about them.
Yeah. He already looks at his clothes. Yeah, kind of tore me up a bit.
You're hurt. I see, are you responsible for those explosions from earlier?
Show her the big giant gun that I have.
Ah, quite interesting. A dwarven artifact.
Yeah, Granny had 2 of these. Then she broke one of them. I don't know how.
Granny, are you a descendant of the Lightning Lady?
Yeah, the only thing I got from her was this gun and these eyes.
The ape's wife prodigy. Quite interesting. More interesting than your allies, I suppose. And that's when you guys will walk out. And his monastery guardian will slam the door. Nobody else enters. Tired of this monkey business.
Well, that's a bit rude. I'll look over at wherever the fuck the apes have decided to hole up.
They're here. They're doing their thing. The monkey thing.
All right, time to go check the other room. Hopefully, no spirit beasts.
You enter a room. It's very barren compared to Koi's place. You got 4 potted plants, an easel, divider that was knocked down in what you assume was the struggle. You see some wooden splinters over here. There's a bed, a flat futon that rests on the floor. There was a coin purse here. There's a this shelf was moved to over here to maybe look into the hole in the ceiling as you look up above the splinters.
And the splinters are from the roof or ceiling.
Yeah.
Right.
Is it dark in there, or can it actually be seen?
There's a little bit of light poking in from like the cracks in the wooden panels of the roof. It's empty and dusty. I guess I could mention that the bed is undone. It looks like it was slept in and then left out of, left unmade. The bread on that cart over there as you enter the room is molding and stale. And then there is a desk with writing instruments, big old book with some writing in it. What are you guys looking for in here?
I'll check the desk.
You check the desk. There are some letters. Most of them are in Kiden. All of them are in Kiden, actually.
Okay, I can read them then, right?
Yep.
We'll go through them.
Most of them are about supplies. Ordering this amount of flour, yada yada yada, this amount of meat, yada yada, this amount of potable waters, some wine. Some of them are about building supplies, repairs. Some of them are about the need to find exterminators for the local ape wildlife.
Question about the footprints from earlier that were here. What direction were they?
Which ones?
From the smaller ones, from the elf.
They were
presumably.
facing the altar. Or facing the right side.
So if he had come in, though, probably would have come from behind instead of from the side. Ed, you keep checking in here. I'm going to check outside of this building.
Alrighty. I'll search under the bed.
And is this is a tree, right?
It's bushes.
Okay, let's just cross the bushes. Anything that would look... Is this, like, grass just dry, or kind of like muddy or anything?
It's dry now. You do know that Mizen does rain a lot.
Are there any
Mizen,
like deeper spots that would have looked like someone had walked through there? Basically
Uh,
investigating to see if the elf had come through this area.
if it has been, it's not a path traveled very often.
And then just checking behind.
Just, ground that's not passed very often. Maybe there's less grass back here, more padded dirt. Same deal, more bushes, padded dirt, not a lot of grass.
Then just like scope the from here to like here. Just behind them to see if there's like any way that the elf would have been able to get inside either of these without going through the front.
Well, you see this little piece of wood slided open here.
Right here.
Yeah.
That is weird lighting. Okay, that's actually cool the way the lighting is like that.
You take a look and you see that there's like a piece of wood that's kind of not meant to be here, and you kind of slide it back into place. And
Oh, what the fuck? That's like a hidden one. That's cool.
Give me a perception check as you step to the right, as I see you're trying to do. You notice there's another one right over here.
Wait,
Another
right
sort
over
of-
where?
Right here. As you look around and you notice that there's a little piece of wood here that also looks like it's out of place.
Let's.
And you see a bookshelf in your way, and when you push past it, you're in the Master of Seal's room.
That's quite interesting. How heavy was the bookcase to move?
It gave it less resistance than you think it should have. It didn't really make much of a sound when you pushed it either.
Interesting. Let's check the other kabotsus. See if they have any fucked up shit on their wall.
You find no such thing.
At least this one's a goody goody. You know what? Actually, we're just gonna go through here and then go through here.
This guard looks at you angrily, and he does his best to keep his mouth shut.
Wait, you're not even gonna ask why I got back inside?
He looks away from you. Koi will speak up. It's obvious she found a secret door. The guy looks at her surprised. Ah, yes. You didn't know about that.
So why is there a secret door?
Why else would one need a secret door?
Why would there need to be two? For secret escapes.
Precisely. All secret visits.
And next we'll go back to Ed to see what's up with him and his investigation here.
Are you back, Ed?
Ed's
Or
not back yet.
running overtime as well. It'd be a shame to end it
What?
here before you guys left.
Spooky door. Actually, let's go here, here, and then all the way over here. So he comes, so he leaves, goes around, comes in there, does his shit, leaves, presumably goes locked doors. Wait, why is there like a weird lighting thing here?
What?
I can like sort of see outside of here a tiny bit.
Really?
Yeah,
I have you selected.
But
You
no-
can't see that.
from like the past.
Oh, there are holes in this building that I can't seem to fill for some reason.
Oh,
Yeah, I ran it over with my testing kobolds and I still couldn't fix it all, so.
it's weird. I can't see them now though, which is the weird thing.
Yeah, it's like a fog of war. It's too small for you to actually see, but it'll play through the fog of war.
Ed is back. Woo!
I returned.
Holy
What's your
shit!
investigation
Teleport.
doing, Ed? As Nick's leaves the room.
I was just checking everything inside, checking under the bed, checking the drawer.
Nothing under the bed. Nothing under the shelf there. That bag has already been taken by Yori.
The plants.
Nothing in the plants as well.
Under the table
Uh,
and rug. I'm just upending the entire room.
Nothing underneath it. There's like a fine layer of like dirt and dust, but there's nothing else in here. You guys have turned it over. Yori's already gotten what you feel like is important to the investigation. All you can find are, communications about what needs to be bought, what needs to be done around here. I feel like Len was more of a groundskeeper.
And there's nothing. The floor isn't raised, right? It's on the ground.
It's on the ground.
Hell yeah! Ed's gonna check every single floorboard.
Brick by brick, board by board.
What are you doing, Hiyori?
Flirting with the elf.
Yes. I'm gonna ask the Jobatsu about how long they've been here. If they're just like our Jobatsu. Probably older than ours. Our house elf.
I've been here for about 12 years. Been here for 12 years. I was trained in Nobimura. She puffs some of her smoke.
Okay.
Have you and your
Hey,
allies found anything interesting aside from coin and missive?
We found a dead body. They're investigating that. I'll leave all of the investigating to them.
Ah. So you are the one that starts trouble, and they fix it, I suppose?
Oh no, they're the ones that start trouble. I'm the one that takes care of the trouble.
She laughs. Well, anything else you guys want to do here?
So Ed, there's a secret passage and a locked door.
Where?
Remember the bookshelf in the Sealmaster's room?
Yes.
The secret passage that leads out behind his room, and then there's a board that leads to the hall, which has a locked door. I would think our elf. Well, actually, it is a good question. How would the elf have gotten the weapon in here?
I don't know that it was just the elf. Again, it could have been the seal master and the elf.
Do you feel like breaking down a door?
Sure. Where is it?
Do you just want to drag us over there, Hyde?
Yep. I'm moving. You come face to face with the door. It is locked because it is boarded. You just simply take the board off and unlock it.
Oh, I thought it was like locked.
I will remove the board.
Yep. You come out, you see a
Where-
garden. There is a reflecting pool. There is a tool shed
Wait, why is it entirely black?
because that's the end of the map. I didn't make that part of the map.
Oh. I was thinking it was because there's so much more map
It's
over there.
like it's like the invisible wall for the area you can't see or you can't get to, but you can see.
Yep. It is the background, the skybox. The out of bounds.
Are the guards stationed here 24/7?
You ask that?
Yep.
Not always. We don't have much to fear out here. Although there was that commotion earlier. No one's come to warn us about it. And then he points over across the way. Directly to your north, you'll see another stony building. And if any trouble happens, there are men in there who are ready to face it. But at night, you usually have one man out here. One man out here, one man out front.
Which guard was watching this door on the night of the murder?
I believe one of the men over in that building over there, the monastery guardians.
Hmm.
He did not see anybody.
So nobody came in through the back to make a little murder.
I think we're just gonna have to find the seal master to get to the bottom of this.
So nobody came in through the back. Nobody would have come in through the front because guards would have been stationed there as well. It's pointing to either the elf did it or the order. The Sealmaster did it.
Or they both did it. I mean, there's also the roof. as he already confirmed.
But there would be guards, and they would have to know about the passage. So they would have had to have had communication if they were from outside. If it came from inside, where would they have gotten the same crystal weapon?
Make me an intelligence check, Nix. You know that there are tales of Crystal Order monks being able to leap 15 to 30 feet into the air in a single bound. Also, you feel like you have something that could help you solve where this problem's going. Just tossing that in there.
Honestly, that brings up more questions. What would Nyx have that would solve it? It's none of the spells, that's for sure.
It is 11:40. We are 40 minutes over. Well, actually, yeah.
We started rather late, but
I seriously have no idea what I would have that would be a way to solve it.
Can you read the spell real quick? Or should I read it to you? To you guys.
Which one?
Seek glory. You meditate over your wants and desires, sifting through your heart's greatest desire, solving the problem. During your meditations, you seek guidance from a higher power, be it spirit, god, or demon, asking them to show you the path that you must take to claim the glory you need to fulfill your desires. This path will be shown to you in physical form, and you and only you can see the path. This path can take many forms, even change depending on the world's developments, trying to guide you to the glory you sought out in your initial meditation. This path is not infallible, and the one who reveals it to you shall decide on what that path must entail.
I didn't read the spell because I was like, I'm not a caster, I'm a fighter. I don't need to read that.
I did too, but then I thought it was more like not literal.
Oh my god, if
Not
I'd read that, I would have
literal
made one of you cast this shit. One of you cast fucking use
Do you know
the
that
scroll.
spell in Skyrim that nobody uses that makes a little like wispy waypoint to your current
That's a
objective?
thing?
It's literally that.
Alright, it's time.
You know what, Ed?
Except this will also cause you to lose hit points if you don't follow your path. And also even ability scores. It's very funny.
You know what, Ed? Let's just take the cheat route and use that scroll.
It's probably a good idea.
And Nyx will just pop Seek Glory.
Okay.
We're gonna pop that Mark of the Wild.
Seek Glory will show you a little green mist that leads
Oh my god, it's Monster Hunter.
out the monastery.
Which direction out of it?
Out of it. It's leading you the fastest route out of the monastery.
Are you telling me, you fucker, our point was to find the scroll and use it?
Yes.
I fucking hate you.
Fucking hate you. Hey, here's a spell scroll. Okay, I read it. I don't know what this does, guys.
I didn't read it, is the
Okay.
thing. I was just like, we have to find the solution somewhere in here. I'm like, I didn't think about it.
I didn't want to read it because it's a 5th level spell. It's a scrollman. There's all sorts of shit.
Well, for now,
Man, we wasted over an hour to do nothing.
you guys follow the
Oh, by
path.
the way,
What?
Just one thing. On the way out, Syl is just gonna mention the not Syl. Nyx is just gonna mention the 5 names and say, one of you is next in line to be the seal master.
All right, you guys seek your glory, and you leave the monastery. I can't believe that just happened.
I think we might be special needs.
I think that inbreeding might have kicked in a little earlier than you thought.
The inbreeding's on the other side of the family line.
I don't know. I think it hit the Lexus line too. Yeah. So we'll go over what happens next time. But I should say, just because our holy month of hiatus might be coming at the end of February.
At the 28th of February.
The 28th. We gotta play 2 games in a row, or at least maybe you could all do it in 1 game. So make your Era 3 characters. Make sure they're ready by next week, because we might just jump into Era 3 right away after hopefully an hour of Era 2.
Okay,
right
for
back.
reference,
no.
I thought the scroll was a fucking clue. I didn't realize it was both a clue and the solution. God, I can't wait for my character to die like right at the start of Era 3.
Era 3 is gonna be so fast.
You know, make competent characters, and then you have a character who's got 3 intelligence and no saves. I feel really dumb. Like, I'm sitting here going, okay, we're missing something. I didn't think it was literally read the scroll, get the answer.
Poor Poppy. He gives us like a very straightforward answer, and we just don't take it.
We don't take it because, okay, am I the only one who's sitting here going, this thing can't be the answer because it would be too easy?
It'd be too easy. Yeah, it's like. Oh, and
Like, I'm sitting there going, he's expecting us to, like, find that there's the secret back door, and then, you know, we'll investigate it. Then, like, we're gonna find, you know, like, a hole in the outside wall, and that's how they got in.
Jesus Christ, players, man.
What the fuck?
So
Okay, I confirmed. I was not the only one who thought that this wasn't the answer, because it would have been too easy for us. I thought you were gonna make us suffer.
no, well, there were things to find, and Hiyori found all of them. Now, if some things were said in front of Koi, should have been like, oh hey, I've heard of a spell like this, you should probably use it if you're truly seeking the Imperial Seal for your reasons. It might be your best bet. But nobody mentioned those scrolls in front of Koi, which is why I had Koi walk out there. Yori was busy oogling this flat midget elf.
Who apparently is wearing nothing under it.
If that's what the image
God
looks
damn.
like. That was a very good generation.
I do like how we went from the Turok being, you know, let's be elf fuckers to I fucking hate elves.
It's true.
All you had to do was read the spell.
Gunin to elves. Gunin to elves.
No.
All you had to do was read the scroll. And all I heard was, you called something, maybe? Ugh.
I thought it was essentially like augury, but at a higher level in terms of like the mechanics of the scroll.
It's quite literally, it shows you a path to whatever it is that you want the most.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was going to be a literal path.
I mean, it would still just show you a way to find the thing. and you guys completely decided to go, hey, let's root through the
just
stuff that
terrible.
isn't here.
You know, all I'm gonna say is when we find
Dismantle
it,
this whole room.
all I'm gonna say is when we find who has it, Ed better fucking crush their head in.
Well, all right. So the 28th is when the holy month of hiatus begins. So we have.
Also, I thought it was in April.
It's moon
No.
based.
So it's like it's moving backwards.
Yeah.
Neat.
It's earlier in the year. Every year, we have, like, 2 games.
Yeah, I got 14 and 21. So we could have 2 games, and there's also a chance we could just have 1 game, depending on how the next one goes. Hopefully, we'll not miss either of these days. Aku. But
Yeah.
it would be best for us to play at, to have both of those days be played. We might only need 1. Off chance we'll need 2. It'll probably be a 5-hour session, if anything. So yeah, make sure your Air 3s are ready. It should be the easiest character to build. You're only 4th level. And most of the work on that will be on my end. Yeah, and that's it. I had to... Actually, I still gotta make the actual map for that one. So, all you had to do is read the spell.
Just read the scroll.
Alright, I'm turning this off.
Next week, more racism.